We are live.
How's everybody doing? My situation is not good here today, okay? I have the ring light is falling, the mic is falling. It's just a hot mess express over here. How y'all doing? How are we feeling on this Friday evening?
We are great. We are great. We got some dope people backstage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited. We have an amazing feature tonight. It's been quite a crazy January, or should we say, I feel like it's month 13 of 2020.
Oh my God, Tim said that today. He said something like, he sent me a text, something like 13, 2020. I was like, what? And he was like, I haven't really accepted 2021 until this week. It's just been an extension. Like,
Word. Those of you that are backstage and watching, or those of you that are watching from Facebook or YouTube, please go right ahead and start sharing the stream. Let people know that we're live, and that we're live and direct. So they can join us.
Yes, I hope you guys are feeling good. I'm definitely in need of some poeticals this evening. So I'm gonna get right to it in a momento.
Yes, you got your rules and regulations.
Yes, I do have my rules and regulations, party people. Oh, we got the backstage. We got the homies in the backstage.
We got all the homies.
My guy Roy came through.
Yeah,
Roy came through. We got, of course, our good frequent flyer friend, the Dean of Poetry. I see you. I see Balin in the hizzy. Evans Explosion. Wow, full crowd.
Yeah. Those of you on Facebook and YouTube, say hello, please.
Yes,
welcome.
Make sure you share the page. I'm gonna get you guys in there.
Hey,
sister. Where is she? She's upstairs, I guess.
She dropped a comment.
Oh, I was like, how did you hear her, Jay? No. It's a sixth sense.
Oh,
well, all right, and we got my brother trying to creep in the back over there.
What up, bro?
Yes, it's live, right? He was like, is it live right now? She's upstairs with my nephews, aka the Nibblings. We got Scooby.
We got some new people.
Yeah, they can pop in and out as they please.
Scooby was here. Hey, Scooby.
Hey, Scooby. Hey, everybody.
Yay!
And I'm looking at this checklist, and I see some people who I recruited this evening who I asked to come. They came through.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
Shout out to sliding in the DMs. All right, so while you get ready, can I just tell y'all how Instagram got me like real fucked up right now?
Yes, Jay is in Instagram jail. Oh my God! Speaking of sound effects, you go ahead and tell that story.
So I have season 3 of the J Rose Experience that's ready to premiere in 2 weeks on February 2nd, and so I'm like, yeah, let me get ready, promo. Let me put it out there. Season 3 is about to pop off. Like, yeah, ready. So I scheduled some posts to post on all my pages because I really wanted to promote big. So I wanted to promote across all my Instagrams. So I did like this, the three picture framed picture that people do, like the grids, it's like 3 pictures make 1 picture. So I scheduled it to post on all my pages, and then I woke up to a message from my friend that was like, hey, are you trying to post a grid? Because the rest of the grid is missing. Like, we don't know what the rest of the post is supposed to look like. So I go on my main page, which is my crumbled thoughts, and only 1 picture of the 3 posted. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I try to like somebody's picture, and Instagram told me that I cannot like pictures, I cannot comment, I cannot follow back, I cannot even post on my page right now until January 29th. I'm in Instagram jail for a week, guys. Like, this is crazy. And not that like social media isn't my life, but it's a lifeline to what I do as a creative, as an entrepreneur. I use Instagram as like my main tool of like marketing and staying connected with, you know, the community and my audience. And like, so I can't post, but I can still post in my stories, right? So Instagram is like kind of like an abusive relationship, you know, like how dare you do this to me? And then you want to buy me flowers or something because you just beat my ass, and now you want to buy me flowers.
And you want to buy me flowers?
Like, what the hell? Instagram got me fucked up right now. Like, let me tell you.
My brother's girlfriend says that they don't want to commit.
What's up? So that's my situation, guys. So you see that I'm kind of quiet on my page. It is because I am in Instagram jail. So hopefully, you know, they free J Rose. Can we start a trend like hashtag free J Rose?
Hashtag free J. Hashtag free J Rose.
But yeah, that's the situation. So if you want to know what's popping, you're gonna have to just check my stories. That's where everything.
Damn.
So that's what's going on.
You up, Jay.
Yes. Listen, I've gone through like an emotional roller coaster with Instagram. I could tell you other stories, but you know,
it sounds like a toxic relationship to me.
It is pretty toxic, but I kind of can't leave. Like I can't.
That's what happens. That's how.
What about the kids? What about the kids? Like.
What about the rose garden?
What about the flowers? Yo, they started it.
What about the flowers? I gotta keep growing.
Yo, so that's
oh my god. Free J Rose.
I feel like I feel like I always have some wild story when we start.
It's a thing, Jay. It's a thing in the comments.
So so I Googled it as to like why did Instagram block me? Because I want to know because I teach social media management and marketing. So like I need to know why this happened to me. And apparently if you post the same image on multiple accounts with the same caption and the same hashtags, that could be triggered, like that they think I'm a bot or something like that. They also said that if you immediately DM your new followers, that could be a trigger. And I'm like, well, I'm saying thank you. Why can't I say thank you to my new followers? Like, and let them know that I have other pages that they can follow. Like, that's how I grow my audience on my other pages. I can't even do that. I'm scared to do that now. So now I'm going to wait. So if you're a new follower, if you followed me today, I cannot follow you back until I'm out of Instagram jail. So I'm sorry. And if you recently followed me and you didn't get a thank you message, I will send one eventually. But yes, that's what I'm dealing with right now. And yes, it is the algorithms. But
everybody, as usual, we want the usual hashtags. We want hashtag keep growing, hashtag we all we got, and we also need hashtag free J Rose. That's gonna be the thing tonight. All right, so you guys, make sure you get your Facebooks, your YouTubes. Make sure you get that link. Make sure you share that link with all your peoples. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the rules and regulations. All righty. So, party people, welcome on this Friday evening. I hope we're all feeling good. I hope we had we survived the work week. I hope we survived the unemployed week too. You know, I just hope we're out here surviving. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, I keep doing that. All right, I'm watching Bridgerton for the second time, and I just stop with the. Oh my gosh, I'm like reading.
Good. I gotta watch it.
You have to watch it. Oh my god, I'm reading think pieces on it. I was like researching on Google think pieces on Bridgerton. Like, I found this whole like subgenre of fan fiction. Anyway, so moving on. First and foremost, as I previously stated, this is a safe space. Jay and I pride ourselves on the fact that we've created a space in which we allow artists of all colors, all sizes, from all walks of life all types of party people or not party people. We've created a space for them to be their most vulnerable, their most expressive. So it's very important that we speak to one another with kindness. We don't have any space for negative energy here. No trolling. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And if you do cross a line, then we have no hesitation bringing out the virtual Apollo cane and just grabbing you on off there. Okay, we don't play. Jay is quick with the fingers. So moving on. This is a safe space. Pro LGBTQ and all the other letters of the alphabet, pro BLM and all those other letters of the alphabet. We ain't got no space for hate speech. Moving on. We have 5 minutes per performer. This does not mean you can only do one piece. If you are unsure of your remaining time, please check with the host. So poets, if you have a long poem, you can finish and you're not sure if you have time, you just give us a shout. You know, we're watching backstage. Just say, hey, Leah J, do I have space for one more? If it's a second poem or piece or joke or interpretive dance that is longer than expected, then you should probably just stick around and wait so that we can do a second round, which is always a lot of fun. And that's why we have these limitations. And also, you know, it's Friday night. It's Friday night. We got to keep it live and on time, live and direct, as Jay said. Moving and grooving. Make sure you follow one another. Jay does a great job at creating this banner down below, and she puts your information, your handle. There you go. Your handle, your Cash App, all of the performers' information so that you can follow them. It's really important, especially in this time where we can't physically network, that we digitally network. I always say, you know, we all we got, hashtag we all we got. And it's just important that during this time of unsureness and confusion for many people across the globe, that we connect this way. I think connecting is how we get through, both literally and figuratively. So let's go ahead and do that. We had one poet on here a couple months back that, you know, she reminded us it doesn't cost any money to follow somebody. But speaking of money, if you have it and you want to tip the performers, we include the Cash App below. And we also encourage all of our performers to sign up through the Eventbrite. If you sign up through the Eventbrite, you will get first dibs on everything. And also, if you contribute a suggested donation, we're able to keep this platform moving and grooving, and also able to pay our featured artists, which you know, it means a lot to us. So you know, it's hard times for everybody. So if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But if you do have it, then go ahead and throw it out there and make it rain virtually. For all those watching on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you share the video, as we said before. Make sure that you just press that little share button, you copy the link, you send it in that group text. And this is really important that we continue to expand our network. Speaking of expanding and the networks, because once again, this is why we created this platform, and it's how we've been able to get through this crazy year. And we just want to continue to share that with everybody, which is why you must share the video. All right, so make sure you stay close to the microphone. If you're unsure of how you sound, check with us. Just give us a little holler. Like you don't want to be too close, but you also you can be like, you know what I mean? Just ask.
Yo, you that extra, yo.
Just ask, okay? All right, moving on. Just ask, yes, microphone, sound check, so on and so forth. Make sure you donate to us, yada, share the Facebook video, and Jay will explain what being on deck means, because that's just how we do. So let's go, Jay.
Yes. So when you hear one of us introduce the next performer, we will always say who's on deck, which means you are coming up after the next person. So that's basically your signal to get ready. So if you have music that you need to cue up, if you have a poem in your book or in your phone that you got to pull out, like get it ready so that when we do call you up to the virtual stage, you are prepared. So that's kind of like your cue, like get your shit together. If you signed up for the open mic and you aren't able to get into the studio, just let us know in the comments that you're there. Just watch on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know you're there and we'll check you in. And, you know, once we need space in the studio, we'll let people know once you perform, if you could just meet us on Facebook or YouTube and watch. And usually we do have extra time to do a round 2. So if you want to stick around for round 2, let us know. If you are in another country and the time zone is, you know, like really, really late, definitely let us know before you leave. We may be able to squeeze you in for your second turn, to kind of be a little respectful of your time zone difference. And I think that's it. Let's bring in the people from backstage. Let's welcome them. Yeah. We have a live audience, right? Can they clap for us? Can we get some clap?
Yes.
Not
always.
Welcome.
Not always gonna have a live audience.
Yes. Welcome.
I have a fancy speaker that Tim got me for Christmas, and it has a audience button.
Oh, yeah. You need a flex bomb. You need a flex bomb on it.
I don't know what all of them do, so if I press the wrong button, forgive me. But we also have a live audience.
Yes. Yes. And right over here, right over here, diagonal. Wait, there we go. That's our feature performer.
Welcome, feature performer.
Yes. Yo, I love it. Oh, I love it.
It's a dream come true. We still gotta get the flex bomb, but one thing at a time.
Yes. All right. So let's get this party started. Are y'all ready?
Without a doubt.
Yes. What's up, Moses? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you, J Rose?
I'm good. I miss you.
Miss you too, yo. I miss that mic.
Yes. Listen, we all do. We definitely all miss that.
No doubt.
All right. Let's get you want me to spit something to like warm it up? Or?
Yes. I want you to spit something. I was hoping maybe later you could play something of mine.
Yeah, I got the video ready. Hopefully the audio plays.
But I know somebody's been feeling inspired lately, so let's hear it, girlfriend.
Shut up. Anyway, yeah, I have this piece. I've been like practicing and I've been shopping it around, kind of like getting a little acclimated with it. So I'm gonna read it to you guys. Huh?
A new piece is like a new relationship. It's exciting.
TJ.
Listen. All right, so I'm gonna spit this piece for y'all. I'm gonna get out of your way. On deck to kick off the open mic, we have Evan's Explosion. After him, we got Moses. So get ready, guys. But I'm gonna share something with you guys that I recently got. I shared it last time, but let me know how y'all feel about it.
Everybody put your hands together for the one and only, the co-hostess with the mostest, J Rose, so you already know.
I gotta remember that one, at some point. I gotta remember that.
Someday.
All right. What's up, y'all? Let me take these glasses off. Okay. All right, there's my piece. All right, so I titled this piece Muse, and I hope y'all like it. Let me see. All right. Baby, I'm here to tell you you're a gift. A blessing within chaos. I never expected you to exist. A muse falling from the very heavens. I praise the moment we met, this virtual connection, virtually transcending into more than friends. Fantasies flooding the gates of my imagination as I surrender my heart to undreamed dreams I never imagined to dream. Admiring your stealthiness as you steal my hidden affection like the slowest thief in the longest night, one piece at a time, I oblige, taking my breath away every time I look into your eyes. Visions of standing close enough to gift wrap my lips wrapped around your whispers. Your voice vibrating through me, manifesting new life into my stars where there's consolation in the constellation of your words from afar. Alignment has never aligned with such grace. Lord knows I never felt more royal in space. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, you out of this world. Past cloud nine, dominating all layers of my mind. There's no hole in my ozone. Our conversations can be designed. This type of atmosphere throws my existence off its axis, and now I know why all my exes made their exits. Caught between space and time and space like a palindrome. It doesn't matter which way you look at it, the message stays the same. There's writing on the wall. And I wonder if its density is the destiny that was meant for me. I must be betrothed to your essence like a queen made in the reflection of your presence, where my gratitude builds you a throne of reverence, king. May I be the brightest gem to adorn your crown? See, I've built castle walls made of my shadows, but the smiles you conjure out of me shine a light through the loopholes, and for the first time in a long time, I could see my way out. I've always said never fall in love with a poet, for they'll never love you more than words. But baby, you are language, created for expression. And although the difference in our distance is a torture of time zones, 5 hours ahead just means you've always been in my future. Baby, I'm here to tell you, you've got all my attention. And that's more than what I can say, what I'd pay anyone else. They don't deserve to crave me like you do. Yearning for unexpected mysteries, uncovering undetected vulnerabilities, exposing unperfected symmetries, yet you always match my energy. We're designed to satisfy our sapiosexual drive like we're cruising on a Sunday afternoon, sharing sun rays on some days. What I do to share a breeze with you someday. See, patience isn't my strongest suit, but I practice wearing it if it means I share new virtue with you. Some would say I'm falling for you, but baby, it's more like I'm floating for you. Facing my fear of heights and love, ascending to this high with you. Journaling this journey of joy with you. Encapsulating our story in this love poem, you as my muse. And I'm just amused that I didn't even have to write this. You read it in my eyes long before the words came to my mind and made it to my pen. How beautiful it is to be seen. Our fluency in love languages rekindle flames of past lives, a reminder that I'm still alive inside. With poetry bursting at my seams, I'd build an arc of sonnets to carry me across uncharted seas as long as you're here to read it. That's my piece. Yo, that live audience is everything, yo.
Damn,
Right,
that's
I'm trying to put on the machine.
that
That was hot. That was hot. That was fire. That was fire.
Thank you.
Yo, that was fire.
Thank you, Moses.
No doubt.
That, that was amazing.
Yeah,
Snap
man.
all around.
Thank you. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Anyway, let's keep it moving and grooving, as my girl
Yeah.
likes to say. I think who did we have up?
We have. I just love that piece, Jay. Great writing. Great pen.
Thank you.
All right. So we've got. Looking like we've got Moses on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now. Let's put our hands together for Evan's explosion.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, cool. What's going on, Rose Garden? Thank you for having me. I'm Evan's Explosion, and I'm an EDM artist, but tonight I'm going to be doing an acoustic piece for you guys. This is a song I wrote called Black and Blue. Hope you guys like it. Now that he's gone, we can get it on, finally. You've been begging all week, want us to creep while he's asleep. It gets you hard, about to get caught. I just saw his car, he's back from the bar already. He's gonna be in shock when he sees me on top, ADHD. It gets you hard, about to get caught. It gets you hard, it gets you hard. And he can try to throw down, I will knock his lights out like he did to you. And next time he might think twice, because someone his own size when he's black and blue. Black and blue. It's about time he paid for his crime like a man. And it's gonna hurt, he's gonna learn how to treat a woman. He's about to know, about to get dropped. He gets you hard, he gets you hard. And he can try to throw, I will knock his lights out like he did to you. And next time he might think twice, because someone his own size when he's black and blue. And he can try to throw him, I will knock his lights out like he did to you. And next time he might think twice, because someone his own size when he's black and blue. Thank you, Rose Gardner, for having me. I'm Evans Explosion, and I'm about to blow, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
That was very cool.
I'm here for the lights, though. Like, I'm definitely here for the lights and the theatrics. For sure.
Did he leave?
Yeah, that's his exit. He exits like that. He's just out. I think he'll pop up on Facebook.
That was very theatrical. That was
I love the commitment.
Yeah, it was very creative. I just love when people figure out a way to put on a show in their time slot. You know, we've had that a couple of times. I know we've had it a couple of times. It's like it was great. How was he even doing that with the lights?
I don't know. I need lights like that in my house.
I'm sorry, right? We need to get some type of buttons. We'll add it to the list under the flex bombs.
Word. Right, so let's keep it going. What do we have next on the list? Who we have next? Ooh. You got the list? All right, we got Moses coming up to the virtual mic. And then on deck, we have the great Sigma. All right, but for now, please put your hands together for our good friend, my very good friend. I've known him for many years in the poetry community, and he's also a really dope photographer. But please, please, please put your hands together for Moses.
Thank you. Thank you for that, J. Rose. All right, I'm going to get right into it. As you can see, the shirt I'm wearing, it says I Am, which is the name of my mother-in-law's company. The company is about youth empowerment. So this piece I'm going to start with is a super short piece. I'm going to start with. It's called I Am. I am everything I want to dream. Why not? When I dream, I'm the king that engineers this regime. I am not weak because I'm strong. I'm here because this is where I belong. I perceive visions of things that's far beyond. I am my brother's keeper because I'm a believer in compassion. It's something like a healer and a key attribute to the character of a leader. I am the epitome of a fighter with bars and hooks for every cipher, metaphorically hidden like a dynamic striker with the precision of a sniper. I am.
Guys,
Live audience wanted more from that poem.
There'll be more. There'll be more.
if you guys want to clap and snap and like shout to show love, you can unmute yourselves. We can still hear you if you're not on camera. So, you know, if you want to show some love, you know, snap and clap, you can go right ahead, unmute yourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Now, this next piece, I call this joint To Experience Hatred. And it has everything to do with the state of our union, this country, the attack on our democracy. To experience hatred. In this moment of reflection, I can't help but consider what Malcolm would be thinking. Witnessing the Capitol insurrection, when the trumpet master orchestrated one of America's greatest disasters, a movement that's been brewing since 1865. Coincidentally, that's the same year Juneteenth finally arrived, when the Confederates were defeated and alternate path was ultimately needed. So to ensure that their destiny was completed. So out comes the hoods, because the Klan is the Confederates' next plan, to make sure that free will for Black folks was banned. Damn, forgot my line. Sorry. To make sure that free will for Black folks was banned. How else can we explain the difference when the Capitol building was insurrected? Yo, I just messed my boots up. I'm gonna come back for a second round, y'all. I'm sorry.
Ah, come on.
Y'all,
You were taking the time.
I'm not coming back with that for the second round. I gotta tighten up a little bit. I'm feeling nerves that I used to feel 2-3 years ago when I shouldn't be that way right now.
Well, that's great. It's okay. We got second rounds.
Back for the second round.
I need to hear that piece, Moses. I want to hear that.
Finish it. I promise you, before this night is over, I'm gonna finish it.
All right, because that was fire. You had me. I was like,
I'm gonna finish it. I promise you. I'm gonna finish.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure that you connect with Moses and follow him. He's a dope poet, like I said, and he has a lot of amazing talents. The photography game is on point too, so make sure that you connect.
Yes, thank you, Moses. That was amazing. Stick around for round 2.
Yes,
absolutely. We love to see it. We love to hear it. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. It's been quite an explosion, no pun intended, of events this evening thus far. It's looking like we've got 2 frequent flyers coming to the mic. On Diggity Deck is the one and only Dean of Poetry. And before the Dean of Poetry, coming to the mic right now, let's put our real and our virtual prompts together for the one and only the Great Sigma.
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Excellent. Man, that was the perfect lead into my piece. So I'm just going to read a couple pieces, and then I'll be back around for round 2 with some magic for you guys. But
I was wondering. I was like, "Is this Balin or the magician right now?" Or I'm unsure.
this is Casual Friday, Balin. That's what this is. I'm back to work, so I'm feeling pretty good, and we got our country back, maybe, hopefully. So that's something. But it's been a hell of a time. So here we go. These are both totally new, so the ink is
New shit.
not even dry.
No
yeah. Says I don't believe in ghosts.
What?
I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts, but I thought I heard Lady Columbia whisper, "I have seen the future." And the future isn't wearing a polyester buffalo pelt screaming like a child. I don't want to believe in ghosts, but I thought I saw one on TV. Washington was ushering in the spirits of the fallen. He was stern, yet so gentle. And unto each of them he draped a silken flag as one would a cape, and he said, "Though I was first to lead, many were first to follow. While you weren't first to bleed, I hope that you are the last to fall. Oh, the stripes on this banner are indeed the red of blood." I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but I thought I saw Madison at the Capitol, and he said, "In 1814, the British came with torches. You can scream and throw your stones, but who are you compared to men with blades and horses? Surely as you trample on my bones, the fabric of this great nation is woven tight enough not to tear at the hands of a mob's excitation." I didn't want to believe in ghosts until I saw a man raise a Confederate battle flag in the U.S. Capitol. It took all the history in my bones to crush the bugs under my skin. I say to God, may the ghost of Lincoln and every soldier who died at Gettysburg haunt that man. I'm not sure if I believe in ghosts, but by God, there is a hell filled with every two-bit rotting dictator who I'm sure will soon be joined by a fascist you know well.
Wow.
Woo! That was amazing. Oh man, I was hoping somebody would reference the Capitol. I was hoping.
Damn,
Great job. Good work, Balin.
Yes.
That was really good.
I have never seen anything that disgusting in my entire life, and thank God it's over.
Yeah.
Oh man.
100% could not agree more. Did you have another one you wanted to do before round 2?
I do. I want to share something happy so we can get out of that zone.
Yay! That was great though. That was seriously amazing.
Always amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is for my best buddy. All right. I leave work and walk home Atlas. Burdened shoulders, tired hands, fumble keys, push door. But on the sight of your little face, the world rolls away. No heartache can choke me when I hold you close, soft fur against wary hands. No worry can weigh me down with you on my shoulder. Rabbit ears relaxed back, gentle whiskers flutter by as a tiny tongue kisses away the sweat of a day's work from my cheek. I can look into the rubies of your soul and see my name written there. We are bonded, two souls meshed, wizard and familiar. Such weight, such burden this wee soul does bear. The tears and cries of a tortured artist and mad scientist are of no distress to his bold ears. Every morning, as soon as my feet hit the floor, by the swift pitter-patter of paws, I am greeted by gleaming eyes and twitching nose. Surely as I breathe, and your little heart does beat, we are in this together. That's for my bunny.
That was the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that was
My
good.
heart. I'm not even like a pet person like that, you know? That was great. That was great. Let's give it up one time for the amazing, the great Sigma.
Yes. And the bunny. I love the bunny.
And the bunny. We love the bunny. What's his name?
His name is Bob.
Yes, he's had the bunny on the show before. You don't remember?
Yeah, he had. Remember, I told him he has to pull him out of a hat next time.
Yeah, oh goodness.
I need to see it. I need to see that.
You guys make sure you follow our guy, the Great Sigma. Thank you as always. So great Sigma. That wasn't as European as I'd have hoped, but we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got a heavy hitter of lineups, a heavy lineup of hitters coming to the mic. So we've got my guy joining us. I haven't seen him in a minute too. The Laundromat Poet, you are on Diggity Deck. Roy, you are on Diggity Deck. Oops, I went ahead and said your government out loud accidentally. My bad. I always do that. All right, but
that's what happens when you personally know the people. You know, like.
Yes, I know. All right, but coming to the mic right now, let's put our hands together for the Dean of Poetry.
Yay!
Hello, good evening, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys had a wonderful week. I know I did, especially after Wednesday. Thank God. I know most of you did too.
Amen.
That's that man whose name I no longer. Yeah, that's that man whose name I no longer will mention. I ban myself from mentioning his name. Is out of office. Thank God. Yes. He's only going to be referred to as that man from this point on. Nothing else. Just that man. He's insignificant.
I heard that.
But however, speaking of stuff with significance, let's read some of my stuff and let's get out of the way with that. And the first poem I'd like to read y'all is with a poem from my book, Deep Thoughts, and it's called Built to Last. And this I wrote on my fiance and I's 2-year anniversary, and here we go. Did you wonder where this was going? It was going to be great without us knowing. The love that we would eventually share, we wouldn't have thought this was reality if we dared. Not after we both went through again and again and again, years of heartbreak and suffering worse than the Mets and the Jets. Seems like victory was non-existent, only the agony of defeat. The shining star was so far, it could never be reached. After years of being cheated on and lied to, after many partners we said goodbye to, it was time for a change in direction. We had to travel far to finally enter our destination. For me, no more women with EBT cards, multiple kids, or fat asses. For you, no more men who couldn't keep their dick in their pants. No more kissing a woman with breath like Newports and 40s. For you, no more men that treated you like a scientist or only wanted to get naughty. It was time to change our approaches. Get rid of these clowns who are like cockroaches. Find the everlasting love that would be timeless and escape from the valley of the mindless. It's great to be waking up to you every morning and our love continues to be soaring. Fuck all of our exes. They can't have what we have. Happy anniversary, my love. We are forever built to last. And that's the first poem.
Yes.
Let me read y'all the second poem that I like to read from my book, Deep Thoughts. It's called One Woman Man. And as you guys know, I have it available on Amazon, Cyberwit, and also my website, The Dean of Poetry, and limited edition copies as well. If you want to get a personalized copy, just putting that out there. And here's One Woman Man, and here we go. I am no longer in need of a one-night stand. I'm a one-woman man. No need for meaningless nightcaps, blinded by what's between her legs and getting sidetracked. No need to fill a void that still needs filling. No need to be in a relationship that's unfulfilling. Those days were long gone and not even missed, because when I found my true love, everything switched. I used to believe love was just in movies and it was fake and meant nothing to me. Then when I met my true love, it no longer felt like make-believe. I found a woman who loves me faithfully. It was no longer one moment to the next. It was no longer a relationship to regret. This became a miracle that I never expected, and to cheat, I am no longer tempted. I learned to love and be faithful. I've learned to be caring and be grateful. Love no longer has to be fake. With my fiance, I found someone great. The past will stay in the past. Turned my player card long ago and never going back. And she will be my forever partner. That is the plan. I am a one-woman man. And that's my poems for tonight. Yes.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much,
That's
everybody.
right. You better tell them bitches, James, because I'm going to tell me. All right?
I have to tell a couple of them like 4 years ago that still didn't get the message.
Listen.
Well, we love a good love poem. We love a good empowering relationship poem. Thank you, Sir Dean of Poetry. You guys make sure you follow our guide, the Dean of Poetry. We appreciate you, Sir Dean. Right below, you can see him everywhere down below. He's got all the books, as you can see.
Yes, yes. Dean, make sure you put that info in the Facebook or the YouTube, wherever you can, so that our viewers can also like know where to copy your merch and your books.
Oh yes, I definitely will. I definitely will.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys have me once again.
Love you.
All right. All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. It's quite the time we have. We've got new friends of mine, Violetta, on deck, but coming to the mic right now. Let's put our hands together for the Laundromat Poet.
Hi.
It's been a long time. A long time. Guys,
I miss you, Roy.
I miss you guys too, man. It's been a long, long time. And J Rose, that poem was dope. I think I heard you perform that live.
Thank you.
Great memories of that. Yeah, I mean, tonight I don't really have like poetry. I just like Leah kind of hit me up. So I was really unprepared. But Facebook's is one of the places where I can like hook up and do a performance because my phone microphone don't work, so I can't do like things in Instagram. So yeah. Thank you.
Yay, so we're glad you're able to make it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Before I start with the song that I wanted to play, man, that poem from Sigma hit me like nice and hard, man. Because yeah, that was really well written, man.
Very well written.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna kind of dedicate a little tune to that. It's really simple. You guys know it. Let me know if you hear me. I learned that like And I think it's a really sad moment in our country, man. It's a really sad moment.
Yeah.
But that was beautiful, though.
Thank you so much. Don't lose hope. Stay positive. Shit's gonna get better. Shit's gonna get better. This is a beautiful country, and it could be a beautiful place, and you'll all make it beautiful, I think, in your own way. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'll play the song that I came to play.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, then I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you don't understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. Yeah, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you don't understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is alone, you have to know that you can carry. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Thank you.
Yes.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for blessing us, Sir Roy.
Thank you guys.
So good.
You guys are amazing. Keep
Love
having
Roy,
these
you guys
beautiful
love it.
faces. Thank you so much.
We
Thank
love
you for
you.
your
We
place.
miss
Thank
you.
you for your love.
That was amazing.
That song took me back. Like, I love that song. I remember being like a child, and I used to sing that song at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
And you just really like, it's such a special and beautiful song. Thank you so much for that.
Song, the movie that song was in, my dude, he just died recently.
Yes.
Joe Clark was his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just died recently. That principal.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about, actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys make sure you follow our guy Roy at the Laundromat Poet. Thank you so much for being here, Roy. It's always a pleasure to see you do your thing.
Guys, always a pleasure to watch artists. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roy. We love us some Roy. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. It's been quite the enchanting evening thus far. We've had performative experiences. We've had magicians doing poetry. We've had Roy making guitars cry. I mean, we have no idea what is gonna happen next. That's just how we do Friday nights virtual voices. Leah V in the place to be, and J Rose, because you already know, in the house tonight. Quite literally in the house, like we are every bi-weekly Friday for virtual voices. All right. Stay safe. So stop the spread. All right, keep it moving though. So on Diggity Deck, we've got Rohan Samuel, but coming to the mic right now, please. Blessing our mic on virtual voices for the first time. Put your hands together for Violetta. Welcome.
Hey, what a warm welcome with music, and thank you so much for having me here. It's the only place where like I can feel free to say, "Woo!" That's weird. I'm not used to that. So getting used to expressing myself again, being loud.
Yes, be loud, girl. Be loud.
Nice. Talking about being on stage, I'm gonna read this two short pieces. The first one is called On Stage. Being on stage means connecting with my father, because the stage is the only place where I can be heard. My home was never mine. I had to find my own, and then it wasn't there within myself. I had to build it from scratch. Only then did my father turn around, look up at the voice. I had a glitch, guys. I lost the poem.
What? You lost the poem?
Where did it go?
I'm looking for it, but
I honestly, I thought you were like doing a break for it, and that was part of it, and I was ready. I was like, I have no idea what's gonna happen next, but let's see what happens after the glitch.
I lost all dramatic effect. I killed the poem, people.
Oh, do you want to?
You did. Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
Do you want to start over? Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, because I can't find it. Damn.
Where did it go?
Maybe the poem did not want to be read. The poem was like, not tonight, V. Sorry.
Found it.
I'm thinking. Oh yes.
But it was like, there's only like 5 lines left, so I'm gonna repeat a little part.
Okay, great. You can start over if you want.
I'll just start over.
Start taking from the top, sis.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Start from the top.
Being on stage. Being on stage means connecting with my father, because the stage is the only place where I can be heard. My home was never mine. I had to find my own. And then it wasn't there within myself. I had to build it from scratch. Only then did my father turn around, look up at the voice that talked to him through his deafness, blindness, for it was not my voice that spoke. It was a choir that came from afar, from beyond my death, from beyond my life.
Oh wow, that was powerful. Woo!
I like that.
Oh my
I
god.
like that.
I'm
Thanks
happy.
for
I missed a couple things before.
Thanks for letting me read it twice because I had a second one, so that means I'm breaking the rule. I'm gonna read 3 poems. If you count those too.
Let's go, Shay. You have another piece for us?
Short-lived one. Short-lived love. Now that we're all reading love poems. It's all right, girl, if they don't all bloom. All the flowers you bought at the market in the summer, thinking they would stay toward the fall. Some of them are still alive. Let them live, unhindered by the death of the others. Let the others quietly wither in their corner, brush away their own remnants, a testimony of their fallen bodies. There are no graves for this, only the soil, recycling the dead matter, molecule to molecule, leaf to leaf. Except their failed struggle, like yours, is an indicator of the naked beauty of their short lives. Know that you gave it enough water. Know that you gave it enough light. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Oh my god, that ending. I just love a poem that hits you in the end, you know what I mean? It's just
Excellent. So good. So good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh,
so
that was
much.
beautiful, Violeta.
Make sure you follow our girl in the banner below. That is all of the information.
I can't follow you till next week. I'm in Instagram jail, but I promise.
But Jay also, I forgot to mention this earlier. Jay will send out to the performers. She'll send out a list of all the performers, and you can. And so if you missed somebody's name who performed, or you came in a little late, or whatever's clever, you can get that list and just go down the line. Like we said earlier, it does not cost any money to follow anybody, and we're all about community here. So. Thank you. That was amazing. Wow, what an evening thus far. And we have much more to go. We have plenty of people coming on Diggity Deck. Very many talented performers, including our feature performer. But and then we're gonna, of course, get into round 2. You know, because that's how we do round 2. Because that's how we do. But coming to the mic right now, let's put our hands, both virtual and physical, together for Bro and Samuel.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? I like the accent. The accent was fresh. It was nice. It was nice. You did well. You did well. See, I'm gonna do a piece where I'm talking to the youth on this one, but I'm also making people aware of how strong they actually are. So this piece is called Roads Work. Why, when the concept of the youth is brought up, we immediately see it with disdain? A youthful mind isn't a useless rad. So instead of disdain, why don't you stain a mark that can be left as a blueprint for them to construct their own path? So when the youth move forward, we can see that the footprint stays set as a direct result of our foundation. Lead them on the road to safety, where road signs can lead you to signs of progression. Who told you that the roadside image is full of gangsters? When being on the road means you have to keep moving. If you're stagnant, then you're at a standstill. Don't stand still. Every move you make on the road is another step to destiny's destination. Because sometimes you have to go backwards in order to move forwards, but take note that you're always moving forward. Travel safe. However, make sure you take risks on your journey. Don't call that a juxtaposition. Safety and risk intermingle. Safety means you understand your value no matter how many times you're struck down. Risk means you invest in yourself with no regrets regardless of the outcome. So when they try to pot holes when you plot goals, know that your truth is yours. How can you be the passenger in the driver's seat? Put the D in drive. Understand P means positivity, not parked in. Neutral mind, just brain waves in R reverse. So when I'm motor waves on high waves, I will refuse to stick shift my manual from automatic. Don't be afraid of the emergency brake. You'll get there. And trust me, I'm not lying when I say time is a healer. Sometimes you just have to enjoy the journey. Put the safety in your bag and risk on your feet. Don't feel you don't have time when clock spins to your body clocks. Create a service for yourself and mechanic the mechanicals of your brain's mechanical function to keep your motor in drive. Your road works without roadworks. What does success look like to you? This one I'm going to leave to you. I'll only say that because you need to question everything and question yourself. It's only through questions we find answers, and with answers we find chosen paths. It's a cycle, not a circle. Take the training wheels, turn the wheel, the need for speed, ignite ignition, and create your journey at your own pace. Don't look for the followers that like the likes that only like you if you're in the likes. Because once you're disliked, they'll diss your likes and strip your straps until there's no more marks on the roadside. Your success is in nature, not in structure. So structure a form that is built around the nature of yourself and project your star onto the billboards of this world so we can see your star sign. Your journey is yours. And let nobody take that away from you. No matter if they try to cause collisions, collide the scope, the patterns of your reflection are always changing. It's evolution. And with every step, I hope you evolve. Become higher on the highway and ride each wave to expose you to think ahead. Forever ahead is your head. Attack it. Attack every possible direction with determination, inspiration, acceptance, diligence, resilience. There is no such thing as a one-way street. Therefore, your decisions will not lead you to dead ends. Cut away that narrative. They don't need to exist. And if they ever tell you to stay in your lane, tell them which one. Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
I'm just so honored that you complimented my accent first of all, but that's extra honor because that was hot fire flames. Let's give it up one more time.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Come on, wordplay. That was everything.
See, while you over here trying to do the English accent, he's backstage laughing at you.
You know what? You know what, Jay? You know what, Jay? He was laughing with me, Jay.
He was laughing with you because you're way better at it than me. I'm awful. Don't even ask me to do it.
Jay Burns, you cannot. You simply cannot criticize me. I'm sorry. Okay, but that piece was amazing. Accents aside, the wordplay was everything. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here this evening with us.
Yes. That was dope. All right. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. So it's almost time for our featured performer to come up and bless the mic.
Woo!
But before we call him up, I do have a video to show you guys. I hope the sound plays because last time I tried it, it was acting up. But I'm gonna show y'all this video right quick. Right? All right.
Okay, now we just got creative now.
All right. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yay, let's do it like this. All right. Did you see it?
Yes. It says the video is muted. Okay.
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
instruction signs and octave perfection, who requests the enclosing of my throat muscles rather than my sorrows. He asks me, how does it feel to have your body? Well, it feels like honey, rope, twisted and twined, dancing towards six senses and sticking unwanted. It feels like silk string steams onto thunder, like thread count against skin tied tight. It feels like hollowed heat, pounding heat. But it can feel sunken, banged up, bruised with ease, like seething, like disintegrated, dry, heaving, laced with limpness and a confidence deceiving. But mostly it feels like condensed milk dripping onto dial tone until his phone visibly deteriorates. I'm talking crumble. It feels like I can melt mumbles, mask fumbles, and it feels like power, like sour spinning silver tons of hours, like my esophagus is as endless as these legs. But you know what? It feels like I'm legless. Like my lips lasso themselves into one walking sum of serenades. Like ice on inner thigh. Like I know not what is pride, but I'm one long swaying sigh. Racing Richie rides, competing against Pacific tides. I mean, goddamn, I'm rhythmic. And it feels like tender, magnetized melodies. Like I was sculpted to remedy any being with my being, with my bare, beaten, never seated, seems to need it, gotta have it, racing, having a bit tragic, slightly spastic, fairly erratic, but bathed in passion. You're just gonna have to ration me. And the saint himself, as I was on my knees, and you can take that as you please, he asked me, how does it feel to have your body? But baby, I breathe. I don't have a thing. You see, it's my body that has me. Thank you.
Ooh.
So just thank you. So just thank you. Just a little note on that piece. So that was performed at one of my favorite open mics in New York City, obviously pre-pandemic. Called The Poet Will Be Televised, and they just celebrated an anniversary. I'm not going to say the number because I don't remember. But they have this live jam band for poets, and that's not something that we usually have. So it's my favorite monthly open mic. It's at this dope spot in Harlem. So that was like a live band just jamming, like not rehearsed or anything in the background. And they're releasing a series of videos to celebrate the anniversary. It's pretty amazing. So definitely follow them if you can at The Poet Will Be Televised. And also, shameless plug, the reason I wanted to show that poem that conveniently came out this week on YouTube is because I was just published in an anthology that will be released soon called The Divine Feminist. And that poem, which is called Kneeling at Church, is in it. Yes. So if you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, I'll be posting all about that too. And I'll also be posting the video of me performing that piece. So make sure you share it because, it costs no money to share it. So thank you for that. Shameless plug. All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving.
Yes. Can we give it up one more time for Leah B, please, and her amazingness? I'm gonna have to feature her one day on Virtual Voices.
I'm gonna host and feature. That's a lot.
Listen, All right, so I'm going to bring to the stage our featured performer, who is now a published author. Okay. So please put your virtual, digital, and real human hands together, and please welcome Life of Don, our featured performer. Yeah!
Hey y'all.
Hi.
First off, shout out to all the talent that has gone before me. You guys have thoroughly kept me entertained. I am sitting here starving because, you know, we just be forgetting when to eat some days. But it is amazing to be here with you all. Thank y'all so much for having me. I have heard so many great things about this platform and the wonderful things that it's done for people. I'm just glad to be here and share the stage with y'all.
Yes. I do want to talk to you about the book.
Yes.
Before you go into a performance. So the title of the book is Girl Get Up.
Yes.
So what is the story behind, like, what is the story? What is this book telling your audience, the people that are reading the book?
Well, my baby right here. My face.
Ooh, I love the cover. I love the artwork.
Thank you. It's supposed to be, it's an anthology of my own works, a lot of different spaces of my life. A lot of the works within the book don't have titles, they have dates. Because when I was writing way back when and getting up to this point, I just believed that everything and the way I felt from that day to a different day just depended on the mood that I was set in. And just a little bit of motivation. I think that's very important. I think, especially in COVID, we're still in COVID world. God, can't believe I'm saying that. But being in COVID world and just living life and going through it and how it can be so struggleful. So needing to know that somebody's going through it with you. Have fun as well. All those little components I went into the book, from it being a little nasty, because you know we be a little nasty sometimes too, to just like needing something to just get up out of bed and be like, thank God, like, whew, we gonna move on. Like that's what I really wanted the vibe to be.
How long did it take you to put the book together for you to be able to publish it?
Yes, so it's about 194 pages.
Wow.
Yes, it's a thick. She's thick. She's a thick
and it's all poetry.
And it's been. I think I've had works in there since 2016.
Oh wow!
And I went through all of them and I edited them as best I could. I had a Black editor that I worked with. She did amazing work. Shout outs to Pens to Paper. I believe that's the company that she's a part of. Worked with her. She got all of my work to be written form type of book style, and I just put all them suckers together from long to short. I put some pictures in there as well and a little bit of motivational stuff at the end that helps me. Hopefully it helps people too.
Now is it
Repeat that, I'm so sorry.
Is it all poetry in the book?
Yeah, so it's pretty much, yeah, I would say all poetry. It has pictures in it as well because I really wanted to like reflect the mood of the poem. It has also, for certain poems, I have like paragraph synopsis of like why I wrote it, how that made me feel, a little bit of backstory for like some of the ones that really mean a lot to me. And towards the end of the book, I would say the last like 5 pages, I have like list of different type of things, like lists that get me out of bed, and then it comes with like songs. So each type of thing comes like songs that like help me and like do me good. So I have like ways that I battle depression from like using movement, smoking a little weed, and like what music helps me with that as well. And I have a little space in the book so you can do your own list and your own songs and stuff, just to be like, you know what, when I'm having a shitty day, I'm looking at this list, do what like healthily helps me get like what I need to do or work or function, and what songs do I need to specifically play to make sure I'm doing a damn thing.
Love it, love it, love it. Now, can you please share some pieces with us? Are you going to share pieces with us?
Yes. So I don't usually do this, but I wanted to share. I have something nasty in the book, so I wanted to come on here and share something nasty with y'all, and then I'll do a little serious, and then I will end with like two or three little short ones, and We could talk it out. So one thing about me, y'all, when I feature, I have a glass. I know y'all probably saying, why is he drinking when he hasn't eaten? Don't worry about that. Worry about drinking with me. That's what y'all need to worry about. So whenever I finish or before I go, when I drink, y'all drink. This is a drinking game. If you do not drink alcohol, you can drink water. I have water too when I'm parched. Right here, see, balance. We have balance here. But right now, we're going to drink this. Okay?
Woo-hoo! Cheers.
Usually I have my
All righty. So let me, I just lost the page, Lord. All right. So this is the after poem of a wonderful poet. His name is Wise. And it's an after poem of his work called Poem Hub Warning. He told me I was a bitch ass nigga. Ain't never heard a tone like that from him before. Told me that if it ain't good at home, you should have told a nigga. But my side nigga just knew how to put it in a nigga. I ain't mean a blind side. Slip behind his back knowing that he's weaker on the left side. You see, niggas thought I would focus my mindset, escapes targeting his right side. So I always snuck out the house when he would sleep on the left side. But he called me with a fine ass nigga with a body. Had a presence about him that let me know he treat me how I needed to be treated. And niggas love a mouth that's out of this fucking world. Like this nigga used to tell me my mouth made a bunch of kings turn into jokers type shit. Like mouth so good that it feels like icy hot type shit. Like make his eyes pop out of his head so he could see it in 3D type shit. Like he was tall, fit, and that's where I fucked up. Acting like I ain't got shit to lose. Like ladies, this nigga would send me pics of when he worked out, showers, and cruises because he knew that my nigga ain't had shit to cruise in. Cruising on his dick while he's swerving the car, trying not to crash, because my shit just feels so fucking good. And he knew that smirk would have me fucking with him. Like, what was I supposed to do? That dick had weight to it. Like, them gray sweats would look like a swinging carrying my future kids like candy to a diabetic. My mouth would stay on wet, and I wanted him to tap my tongue 2 times just to let him know that girls can't do this shit. He whispered to me, that's just something about niggas that know the male body more than bitches that makes it worth it. And listen, y'all, we adults here. So I'm telling y'all this story because it runs as deep as I would like him to go. That I love sleeping with married men because they know what's up. And the angry husband at home just puts a wrestler in my bed, taking my body and choke slamming me onto the bed. I'll help him break commandments while he breaks my back, my ass up for everything that he has having to remind him that this ain't Christian. Entering me is the closest thing you'll get to entering hell, but it may feel so warm that you're going to question if you enter in hell while you hear angels knock on bells while you bust from your balls, bawling over me, telling me how good it was, remembering that me sitting on his face, drowning in my sorrows, fasting him with my juices, letting him get closer to God, knowing that every time he ate me, that I could be his last supper. And the only difference between Judas and me was that I wasn't going to stitch about this dick. So he always fucked me with energy. Choking me made him conduct gospel. And lifting me up to the wall was him showing how many church chairs he could put away. And I like niggas with weight. Like everything he had on me, knowing that I like to suffocate. Ain't nothing wrong with staying in place where I repeatedly let him nut in me and try to make me carry a seed. And I didn't know how to be very Christian. But the reality held me accountable of being just a good fuck, a sex toy, a pocket pussy, capable of letting off a little steam that the wife just wouldn't understand. That I was the hole that was meant to be filled with his understanding. Niggas like a nigga with good sex. And when y'all want me to feel bad, that a Virgo like me should have want him to reach true sexual perfection? Nah. I took what was hers so I could teach him how to give her what she wants. Turning my ass into congas, tongue fucking me to the sound of Nia's soul in my ear while our moans became string instruments, making me hit only high notes. My man knew that Virgos aren't perfectionists and that there was a possibility I might try to perfect my skills. But he found out that I wasn't just some bitch, just his nigga, just bae. He was daddy. Like he ain't never took a little slip while I was out drinking up some kids. Maybe that's why God made me jealous, paranoid. But I got a little crazy. You see, I was taking dick, sucking up energies, bringing him sexually transmitted drama. I was addicted to taking vanilla protein shots on weekends because I wasn't getting high protein meals at home. And I wanted to apologize because I knew I wasn't shit. Instead, I got a bullet to my head. Flatline. So that's that. We're going to that's not a real story. I just had to say, not.
Shit, now I definitely need to get a drink.
Yeah, it's suddenly very warm in here.
Listen, you know, I don't usually write erotic stuff. But I was just like, yo, right? It is empowering. I was like,
very empowering.
I was like, we need to do something nasty tonight. You have it in the book. Do something nasty. But you like, do it. Do a little nasty stuff.
Here for it.
Let me do this one too. This one is titled Shopaholic. Hi, my name is Don, and I'm a shopaholic. I'm addicted to buying nice things, but preferably clothes. Like sometimes I black out, wake up covered in shipping boxes. The UPS doesn't knock on my door anymore. Me and Amazon Prime have a toxic relationship. Any website that offers a 2-day delivery option should know better than to act a shopaholic. Yes, this is a real addiction. Yes, we tend to be on hoarders, and yes, this is a family trait. My father, like me, likes nice things, was never good at giving anything away. That's why he never gave me emotions. Emotions are the one thing shopaholics can't buy. So we drown in instability in clothes in hopes that nobody will question our mentality. Just our fashion is just not noticing that these bright colors highlight the personality I put on before breaking this down. Each outfit having underlining meaning. All black symbolizes I want to dissolve in a room, play dress with my depression, and see you can spot me with the lights on, baggy clothes. Me, I want to shrink under the pressure, crushed by the fit wearing me, turning my happiness inside out like double-sided fabric. The fashion beliefs inserting in depression like I insert my credit card to buy nice things on ASOS, shooting up my credit because my black skin ain't got no business being fashioned for my black skin. Stretching like clothes on clothes like hanging, and then when praying, and my mind will float away. My closet is full of sorrow. No wire hangers to drape the costumes I put on to appease people. Nobody knows how to motivate the depressed friend. Instead, I use plastic. Appropriate for matching the fairness in my smile. Plastic only heats under pressure. So I make sure I wash my clothes in cold water to last long, make this facade last longer the longer. These clothes last longer. I won't need to buy new clothes the longer. My mental health will stay away from my credit card. The more my bill goes up, the more my anxiety starts my heart for spending what we don't have having. To talk myself off of the ledge, they never tell you. And nice things come with a price. That people who are clothes because every piece of cloth is scotch tape holding back the big one, the moment where your best fit transmutates into a straight jacket. They never tell you that there is a correlation between online shopping during COVID and suicide rates increasing. Yes, we need to stay safe from virus with the one inside my head was in competition with the one outside. That buying new clothes was the only thing that gave us meaning. And if clothes ain't make the man, then we be a dead one buying new clothes because every new outfit might be the one I see God and see him by hanging this Ivy Park sock around my neck, jump from stage struck through air down the runway, heaven being fashion week for us, only place where screams sound like cheers from those with the same mental taste in fashion. So I come to y'all today asking that you appease me, boost my self-confidence, and tell me that it's better being me in some way, that it isn't just iron grip, that I need this, I need to look nice, I need y'all to tell me I look nice, I need God to tell me I look nice, so I'll be able to live, be able to walk off the stage fashionably and say, damn, I look good.
Feel you.
Thank y'all so much. I'm glad. I'm just happy to be here, y'all. Make it through COVID. I said, if we make it through.
That one really got me. I felt that.
Listen, because my credit card is like, stay away. Like, relax. I get it.
I know.
I get it, but you need to stop. No more ASOS, sweetie. We have bills. Stop playing.
I was just on there yesterday.
Right. Because they always have deals. That's how they get you. They always have deals. And it's like, I feel I feel empowered sometimes when they say like running out of stock. I'm like, Dad, I gotta get it before I need to have that, because it might never come back. So I need to empower myself to buy it.
It might be gone forever.
And sometimes they never bring it back. But I always say, making it through if you make it through 2020, you can make it through anything, y'all. Truthfully, because 2020 was a hurricane, and it didn't feel like Sandy. It felt like Katrina. It was a lot. So I'm so glad that we're here. I'm glad that the audience here. I'm glad y'all here with me. I'm gonna read these 2 poems. I'm gonna say my piece, of nice words and affirmations, and we're gonna sit here and watch the second round of amazing people go. Shout outs to can we just, if you're in the comments, can you please shout out these two amazing hosts that are here, that have an amazing show, that this is not Instagram quality work, this is very production. My name is never here. This is very exclusive. I feel important. Like, can y'all please shout them out when they have their Cash App? I want to go into the Cash App them. So, like, y'all probably like, why you Cash App you the feature? Because I feel important. I feel important here, y'all. That's all that matters. So thank y'all so much. This little short one is called Dollar Store Tape. Life treats bodies like glass. Never afraid to make the floor messy, risking the possibility of relapse. At any moment, you can lose yourself, lost in clairvoyance, picking its favorites, blessed and highly favored, but never afraid to push you, shattered into a million. You got glue. So that one is just, we be 2020, y'all. But we're not going to let that stop us, because we're going to get some tape. We're going to get some Gorilla Glue, and we're going to put ourselves back together like Humpty Dumpty and keep going. Because it's not about where you start, it's about where you end. And growth never stops. So that means you got a long way to go. So you can take a break. We're going to drink. This is a break, but you got to get back up. You got to get back up and keep going. Because if you don't do it, if you don't do your idea, if you don't do you write that piece, if you don't buy that house or something, somebody else going to do it, you're going to be jealous. You're going to be jealous. You know what jealousy is? It is a bitch.
Fact.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Let people be jealous of you. Don't be jealous of people. That's not good on you. We are beautiful people in here. Don't let that, that don't get washed out with soap. Or Dr. Browners. Don't. So this one is watches. Watches reflecting twins refracting in its frame, looking just like him, doing more damage than a mirror should, as if time heals all wounds. Or maybe it will reverse what was done, be better, what was needed. Or maybe it's just a watch, because money buys happiness. But sometimes y'all know, if it's a parent, if it's a friend, if it's a lover, sometimes the only way they feel like they could communicate with you, and that's not even your love language, is buy you things. That's not how you like to be loved. So why would they do that? And you gotta treat people. Sometimes you gotta treat people how they treat you, and see if they come back. Because you know what? People don't like to be treated how they treat other people. And that's a word. But thank y'all for having me on this amazing show. It is a blessing to be here. If you would like to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at lifeof.don. If you would like to purchase the book, you can just go to my bio. I have a link tree. Click the link. You can find everything that I do. I do YouTube work. We're trying to get poets featured and paid on YouTube. That is called Pencils with a Z. And Pens on YouTube. And there's also the link in the bio as well. And if you would like to be on the show, just all you gotta do is DM. All you gotta do is DM me. We have everybody. It's all about just you having fun and coming here being professional. If you like the book, the link is in the bio in the book as well. And if you just want to say hi, come and say hi. I like highs. And we can motivate each other. Thank y'all so much. Please be amazing. Please be full of life. And be a blessing. And I'm going to eat my Uber Eats and watch y'all amazing people kill the rest of the show.
Yes! Thank you so much.
Don, everybody, thank you so much. Don, we met this summer. Is he still here?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, there, I couldn't see him. We met.
Yes!
Over the summer after the protest.
Yes!
Yes, that was me.
As soon as you said it, it hit my brain. I was like, oh my God.
And I was like, I've heard this voice before.
Yes.
Welcome.
Okay. This is a small world.
Hi, friends.
That was an absolutely amazing set. Thank you
so
Thank
much for
y'all.
Yes, that was
Let me
amazing.
hear
So
all of
thank
them.
you for blessing us, Don.
Thank y'all
Guys,
so much.
please make sure you
Absolutely.
followed him, send him some Cash App tips, buy his book. I actually gotta buy your book. So
I
we'll
need
talk
to
after the
too.
show.
That was amazing.
But
Yeah,
yes,
can you put a link in the comments somewhere?
Yes, I can.
yeah, put it in the
Thank you.
comments. I know that there's people that are trying to get into the studio that probably haven't performed yet. So if you are able to go and watch from Facebook and watch from YouTube while you wait for round 2, please go ahead and do that so we can allow more people into the studio. I'm working on getting the system upgraded so we could fit more people in the studio, but that's coming next. Let's see. What do we have now?
All right. Let's see. Let's keep on getting into it. We got some people backstage trying to get in. I think we got some people coming in for round 1, but we're gonna keep it moving and grooving on the lineup thus far. What a night we've had. What a feature. We've had music. We've had poetry. We've had all types of entertainment for you beautiful people on this wonderful Friday evening, live and on time. Friday nights, bi-weekly virtual voices, Leah V in the place to be, and J Rose, because you already know. So we've got Lindo, yes, coming to the mic on deck, but coming to the stage right now, you put your hands together for our guy, Cameron Sykes. Welcome back.
We can't hear you. No, what's going on here? Are your ear pods on? False Prophet is an amazing poet. He is also been doing some photography.
I knew that was False Prophet. I was like, why are we saying his government? Are you not going by False Prophet anymore? Are we switching it up?
No, yo no sé. We can hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go.
Welcome.
All right. I don't know what that was about, but I guess I fixed it. What's going on, y'all?
No problem. Just plug it off and plug it back in.
Yeah. So first off, I'm gonna start there since you brought it up. I'm actually doing a thing. I'm actually just going by my name now. I've always liked how my name sounded, and I've always thought I would use it on a book. So there's a couple things I've been thinking about, but basically I go by Cameron Sykes when it comes to the poetry nowadays, where the whole false prophet thing is just it's a brand. It's a branding that I'm working into as we get into 2021. But with all that being said, I'm an artist from Queens, New York. I do poetry, photography, and I write stories. Today I'm gonna focus on one poem. It's a little old. I've done it maybe one time on this platform. It's called Perspective. I'm just gonna get it right into it. The cracks in the concrete tell me stories. All the liquor bottle shrines lined with 40s, reforming lost narratives. Reforging lost characters, I see the echoes of those who've walked here before me. Those who've lived in my home. Those who've lived in this hood. Those who regrettably never made it out. I hear the cries coming from these hunger-laden streets paved with greed. These hasty feet running to their deaths because it's the only path they see. I wish I could lead them to that land of milk and honey, the one promised in the scripture. I wish I could paint them a picture. I wish I could talk to them in a language that would make them listen. If only we all saw through the same eyes, and I would give both of mine just to grant them vision, just to let them know there's more to life than death. There's living. There's loving. We not separated by blocks, those your brothers. It don't matter what colors you see, because they might crip blue, but it's always going to be red when you bleed, and I get it. Y'all too hurt to see. Y'all too hurt to feel. Y'all too full of fear, because we can all hear the same sounds. The sounds of mothers crying, bullets flying, children dying, and police sirens. It's the cacophony of the ghetto, the orchestra of the oppressed. A requiem for the red line. See, I've always kept in my mind that I might not make it to 25. Shit. I don't know how I made it to 23. What I do know is that I want to lead, to enlighten everyone lost in the dark that's frightened, that's scared of never seeing light again, help them find it in themselves to look at things differently, see past the food desert, see the feasts in the distance, see past the guns, believe your life is more than a bullet, more than a sentence, is more than spilled 40s, is more than shrines, see past the 911, see more than 187s, see past the cell, see through the window, see the highs, even though you've been low, even though you are so, even if you will be, trust me, I know it seems impossible to see it, but you have to remember that you have the potential to be it, to be the hope you want to see. Look to your opportunities and what you're soon to be, what you're soon to have, freedom you're soon to see. Whether you're a slave, a sovereign, a menace to society, a stain, a pain, a pillar of prosperity, of prudency. And at the end of the day, whether you be Toby or Kunta King, it's just a matter of perspective. Believe that not only one path lies before you. Just because you're at the bottom now, that don't mean you can't see the top someday. Just be cautious. Because even at the top, they're going to find some way to make you pave the sidewalk, to make your blood into mortar, some way to make you a martyr, to make you forget what we fought for, the blood we spilled, the tears that wash over our backs, the sweat that pools around our ankles as we try to envision a world never before known to us. But I trust and believe that my people will see the light someday, that my people will free their minds and play in the fields that God gave his only son for. And from my perspective, a future where my people can think for themselves is the only future worth looking towards. And that's that piece.
That was amazing. I'll give it up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I love the live audience.
Always, I always appreciate, Leah and J Rose always holding it down for the poets and the artists. Every single week, consistently, for the longest. How long has this been going on? Like, for real?
We're gonna have a 1 year. Our 1 year actually, Virtual Voices is in March, at the end of March.
Yeah.
We started.
Was that 10 months? Ridiculous. They've been holding it down for a minute, and this is just the virtual stuff. Can't wait to get back to the in-person open mics. Get back to the sets. But
I missed it.
But yeah, that's my time, y'all. I appreciate holding the platform for us artists. If y'all want to pull up and follow me and keep going what I'm doing, you can follow my main poetry page. It's False Prophet Poetry. It's right here. And yeah, like Donna said, that's mad official. I can't front on that. Like that's great. I ain't never seen my name in a banner anywhere but here, and that's dope.
Thank you.
So you can follow me at False Prophet Poetry. I also got a website, falseprophetpoetry.com. You can go there. I got poems and photos and artist showcases and resources and a whole bunch of stuff on there. And a workshop on there too.
I was waiting to say that. I'm like,
coming in the future. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's all love, y'all.
We love you, Cameron, aka False Prophet, aka whoever you want to be. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, give it up one more time for Cameron. And that's my son's middle name, so it's a special name right there.
I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now.
Yes. Are you just pushing all the sound effects?
I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, I'll get familiar soon with this machine, I promise. All right, we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got a couple more people left for round one before we get into round two. It's been an amazing night so far. I mean, just no L's. Everybody,
yeah, you guys are amazing.
Seriously, so good. We have another newbie on Diggity Deck, Hakeem, rebel poet Coreano. But coming to the mic right now, let's put our hands together for Lindo. Yes,
this is actually a video that he sent in. Lindo Yes is a really, really dope poet from Philadelphia. He is actually one of the guests of season 3 of the J Rose Experience that is going to premiere February 2nd. So stay tuned for that. So he sent this video with like a visual that he recently dropped. It's a really dope poem, really short piece, but like really deep. So I'm going to play the video now, and then we'll go right into bringing Rebel Poet up to the stage, the virtual stage.
Ain't flowers the blackest shit ever? How they can put dirt on us and we still grow, drown us in water and we survive, planet and everything that keeps us grounded. They be shooting solar rays at us, hoping we wither, not knowing our melanin be photosynthesis. The sun be our best friend. Ain't flowers the blackest shit ever? Ain't flowers the blackest shit ever? 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 Flowers the blackest shit ever?
Woo! Very cool. Wow.
Right?
Librarian loves it.
Yes, he's really dope, super talented. I had a really dope conversation with him the other day. So if you guys don't know who he is, his name is Lindo Yes. You can follow him at Lindo Yes, LINDOYES. He's on Instagram, he's on Clubhouse, he's everywhere. But yeah, let's keep it going. We've got Blue Flames, the poet, on deck. So Blue Flames, get your poetry ready. But right now we're gonna welcome Rebel Poet to the virtual stage. So please give it up, give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, everybody. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Shout out to Leah V for sending the invite, and J Rose. I appreciate you both.
Yo, I haven't seen you in a long time, my guy.
It's been a minute since Smoking Word, which was actually, for those that don't know, it was a open mic, actual open mic in the Bronx by El David, who is now shout out to El David, who is now in Chicago. He also has a platform of his own now, an open mic. But so I am a Rebel Poet, Hakeem Rebel Poet Coreano. I am a Títere Poet, which means that I am part of a collective of
shout out Títere Poets.
Right, shout out to the Títeres in the building. So yeah, we are a collective of writers who have revisited and reimagined the Black arts movement and the New Yorican movement. If you don't know what those two movements are all about, please check that out, do some research on that. Shameless plug, we do have an open mic as well called La Esquina. Shout out to Leah V for being my host. I believe that was last year or sometime.
That was great. That was amazing.
Yeah, so I'm going to share something with you all. I wanted to stress the importance of spaces like this, especially in our COVID reality. You know, if it wasn't for spaces such as this one, and I'm walking to get my charger, actually, I see that I'm on like 9%. So I want to make sure I don't die.
Good catch, good catch.
Get a chance to share with you, but it's hugely important, especially those few couple months. Spaces like this really kept me sane, and really kept me grounded. You know, one of those was Homemade, which is a virtual open mic by an amazing poet, Aja Monet. If you don't know who that is,
yes,
shout out to her.
Yeah, I featured her on my erotic open mic last year.
Yes. And one of the actual prompts that she gave on one of her open mics was the self-portrait. So this is my self-portrait. I am Caribbean Valley, still river, non-certified laborer, host of Zoom Smile, reflection of brown boy, lonely bomba drum skin, spilling espiritu through N95 mask, reggaeton percussion persona, downbeat tate quieto aura, sabrosura, el sofrito de milagros, sorullito de María, tamarindo rebeldía, curry spice attitude, guarapo roots drink libation to fatherless, weeping earth. I am daydream, volando chiringa en el morro, orchestral symposium in C minor, waiting on D train, watering flower pots, children of Baldwin, Palo Santo Salat, repelling de todo malo, el duende's legend, un semi, algarete, made of concha y hueso, on earth in Caguas, enlightened, once drunk. I am galloping dragon, making his way through ghost town, to phantasm for its own reckoning. Vela Blanca in turbulent sea of doubt, burning despite own ferocity. Julia's punch drunk lover, Ponce's ternura, Fela's face paint, Don Pedro's cadence, Francisco's temperance, yo soy flirting flores, Filipino, Coreano, sun-shaped vessel, slave, lineage, kintsugi, boy, gold dust, hot blood. I am grassroots movement, loud, whisper, mumbled, boom, bap, prayer, butterfly and bullet, sereno at dawn, coqui song, in unison, altissimo, when you know you just made your way back home. Thank you, mi gente. Love you. Thank you for having me.
That piece. Oh, yo, my mother's from Caguas, just so you know, right? Just so you know, my middle name is Milagros. So you like?
Oh, yes, Caguas in the building.
Yes, yo, that's so crazy. You know, I don't know if you remember when you and I met. I actually met you at South of France when I was hosting. I don't think I was hosting there yet, but they were hosting a monthly open mic there.
Right.
And you had your book. You had just released a book, and you were giving a free copy. And you asked somebody. You asked a question for somebody to name the specific.
Oh yeah.
And I had it right because I said Miguel Piñero, and you was like, "Yo, she won the book, so I have to have the book."
Yo, that's dope. That's dope.
That was like 5 years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Our world is small, man. It's small.
Small, right?
Yeah, Coco was hosting that open mic.
Yes, Coco. Yes.
What a time. What a time.
I miss it. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Thanks, Leah V, for like sliding in those DMs today, because I was like, my life was a hot mess today when IG blocked me. I was like, why? Anyway.
Hashtag free J Rose. Hashtag free J Rose. Hashtag free J Rose. Let J Rose in IG jail.
Word.
Hashtag free J in the building.
Before you hashtag, make sure you follow Rebel Poet NYC and make sure you connect with him. And thank you so much. We still got a few more poets that popping in right now. Look like they getting their shit together.
Some people coming in the building. It's looking like we've got Poet the Poet on Diggity Deck, but coming to the mic right now, our late night man himself. He always performs. Let's give it up for Diggity the Poet.
Yay!
There he is.
Hey. Hello.
What's up, y'all? I gotta get myself set up real quick. Goodness gracious.
Watch out. Oh, everybody just ran in from work.
Probably.
I was a little busy with with the fam, but
You know, you always doing stuff with the family. That's a beautiful thing.
Hey, gotta do what I gotta do in these quarantine times.
Facts.
On top of writing. With this piece that I'm gonna get into, I actually wrote this entire piece and broke it up into 14 parts. So while each word that I say is connected to another, it has its own story within them. Tragedies have struck many nerves as we speak, fluidly. Passed around is the norm of countless streams, podcasts, and commentaries, while packing the heat to discuss cemeteries in the industry. War and peace has been sky high. Is that a reach? Because every day is another mini boss battle, to say the least. No matter the pushback, there's always rebuttals out of broken speech. What's been dug up? What's been buried? What's been tossed to the side? What was brought back up? What's been under the rug? What's been above the table? Is there even a choice? Those who claim woke are counting more bodies, but force people to stay asleep. Counting sheep, while they are the very catalyst of all these problems piling up on the streets. The tar and the concrete, they peeping without a peep, till it's convenient trying to empty the storage prepared for their release, shaving off the paper trail and digital currency wool of the consumers. The actual customers are the sellers themselves, buying into the trends to be bigger trends. What became the current days of the capitalist ecosystem was spilled over is the resistance. The flood and pours of outcry that even the platforms they use can be utilized. So the movements can mobilize. So these are the testing grounds of grasping open channels to reason. Economic and financial trials of liberation, knowing that no one can take it with them when they're gone. But the right investments while they're still alive, that in the end, their impact through actions of what they really leaving behind. To leave gems for others to pick up the pieces, learn from what the past gave them, not to be hindered by them, but to apply that knowledge towards future aspirations in the present time. The purpose for the longevity, that these signs are pointing to the promises that can only be achieved by slowing down, examining the environment, and even the people surrounding them. Each verse contains timeless material that can turn up the volumes of the analogies, similes, and metaphors that single out the verge of cataclysmic events of the insider social circles. Mentions of how dropping the ball or knocking it out of bounds, trying to hit dunks, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, sticking and moving through the defense plays to make the epic passes, settling the score. The hook brings out the references from the sports to the films, stating the cases of the game that's laying out the stats so that the mainstream have already sustained for the sake of status. Take the name and parade with the mask to try and hide the damage in which that's been exploited, that's been outed, all of which sounds outdated, and yet here we are. It's still relevant. Even when there isn't, even when there's singers on the track, even when influencer voices speak louder than hot topics. To be above the noise that's distracting from the collective of catalogs, interpreted on how the media steroids how the media steroids boost up the inflated flex to pump the Viagra thrust just to have those quick births till suddenly stirring up endless controls on birth control in these current rivers of decade time zones. The lust of seeking pity parties, then the love of the craft, making monsters out of that life became the fictional reality. Flipping it, it's just the hashtag realistic fiction, being boxed into the conformity to see living examples that set the motives for greatness, creating the chain reaction of reigniting the revolution. With each war, it's a movie, and with every battle for peace, it's a documentary. Breaking down the word superheroes when the masses embraces the comfort of super showcasing what they can do. Keep getting caught up in the spectacle being known for just one thing. Plenty says antics. Many says entertaining. What it is says the power of persuasion that those who believe in the impossible, they swear they're ready to take on carrying out these challenges. Heroes are what people waiting to see the larger than life feel the most down to earth, or at least the more relatable, looking up to the public figures as their actual saviors of the personal. So much so that our favorites got their favorites. Indication of showing signals for those high expectations most likely sends red flags. Want to wave the white when they can't always believe everyone they see. Suspended disbelief rather than rationalize a flawed human being. The Museum Art of Balance, a vast study in the works of the concept translated into practice, clues being discovered to unravel the veil of hidden secrecy, to clear things up on both ends. The easily digested and the vaguely dissected, while the middle ground contributes towards giving out more options, to be the fulcrum of the seesaw dynamics. Foundation for the bridge. The intros are what meant to get people ready for the verses on long-term teachings, get hooked into how the words catches on, and if anything, just go firing off on continuous extensive thoughts. Even though the tangents and detours usually meant to bring a little levity to the dire scenarios, before stretching the approach too thin, there's gotta be just enough to make them want more. The outros are the negotiations, to hold on to the claims for the consideration, rooted in regards of looking once more into the genesis, to realize the revelations for being supplied the early oblivion, the arrival of the truth and the exit of the proof, and the coagulated mousse that the salvation of ascension lead to a better relationship with the self anchored by the accepted love from others.
Yes. Blue
Woo!
flame.
That was amazing as always with the wordplay, Blue Flames. We appreciate you. Give it up for Blue Flames.
Yes.
There's no
Always with the wordplay.
I appreciate y'all, and I'm glad y'all bared with me, even though I had a little stumbles in there, but I was gonna push
Good.
through.
You're
fine.
We're here with family. We're not here to judge any stumbles. Like, please.
Exactly.
Stop.
No doubt, no
I know
doubt.
you got family stuff to do, but if you stick around, we're gonna do like a lightning round after the next two performers. So
Yep.
stick around.
Got you.
All right, cool. All right, who we got coming up next? Let's see.
Let's see. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got I Hate Hamsters on Diggity Deck, but blessing the mic right now. Returning to the virtual stage is Poet the Poet.
Hey! Unmute yourself. We can't hear you, babes. There we go. Wait. You press. There we go. Stop pressing the button.
Poet.
Can you try one more time? Press. There we go.
Right there.
Okay, there we go. Yes.
Am I skipping bad or no? I'm good.
We hear you.
Okay, hey guys. Hey.
Hi.
It's been a minute. I was going through withdrawals, so I had to hop up here. But I am skipping pretty bad on my end. I hope that I'm good on you guys. And also, I am very sick. I don't have COVID, but I'm very sick. So.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay, so sorry about that, y'all. My sister wanted to hear the poem. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing poetry for y'all. And it is the first one is called Another Poem About Depression. Okay, let's see. Let's get into it. All right. So it goes, let's see. Lately, I've been running out of things to write about. I lazily scroll past paintings on Instagram and find an empty inspiration that evaporates as quickly as it occurred. I listen to a poem and think, damn, I should write something deep and profound like that. But lately I have to remind myself to eat or shower, brush my teeth even. Lately my brain has been so chock full of absolute silence that it's way too hard to write, way too hard to focus, way too hard to work. I want to be famous one day. I mean Maya Angelou famous. I mean Langston Hughes. I mean Van Gogh. But I don't want to die for them to make an art exhibit of my depression. They'll talk of my art and my beauty, my talent and my curves, my voice and my eyes. They'll ignorantly, blissfully say that I was happy, always, that I listened like the before math of Van Gogh, trying to give himself in the only way he knew how. They'll say that I knew why the caged bird sang, even though in truth I sat beside him, a weary and distant roommate, annoyed with his cries, convinced that like him, I'm far too talented and entertaining to be set free. And I know y'all not trying to hear all this sad shit, but sometimes my brain convinces me that every good memory is a happy accident. That anything positive happening around me is preparation for the inevitable deprivation of my own joy. Lately, no topic seems worthy of touching a pen for. These words will just get swallowed in social media or by the page, never to be touched or read again until I am a present-day Langston Hughes. A tombstone. My poems being sent to lovers and recited at tributes and in classrooms, poured over for a deeper meaning than what I gave it, graded. You see, that's what depression does. It chews and sucks you clean to the bone and then breaks you for the marrow. It's not always about wanting to die. It's about wanting so desperately to live that everything in this world scares you to death. Like, what if I slip in the shower, hit my head, and die? Or what if my car loses control right now and I crash into that tree? Or what if I check to see how far the bridge is from the water and then slip? I wonder if the water's cold even though the sun is shining. I wonder how I would explain willing but not wanting my death to God. I wonder if he's disappointed in me. I wonder if he's really all forgiving. I wonder if he's real. Lately, I've been really relating to dead artists. I look at each brushstroke like a cry for help. Each piano key like a flailing fist, a fight for life. Each bright color a stifled sob. And I'll be all right. I realize that all the faces I paint from imagination are never smiling and always resemble myself in some way. Small eyes, high cheekbones, unruly curves that slope in ways I hate some days. I forgot why I was writing this. Forgot if I was fighting writer's block or for my life. Maybe I was convincing myself that sometimes strong people have to break to remember what being weak feels like. To remind you that depression isn't something to pity. It isn't something to coddle. It's something to remember as if it's already a forgotten thing. It's something to manipulate in any way you know how, whether it be words, art, music. It's to be a Vincent, a Langston, a Maya, in a room full of conservatives. It's to dare to live, to tightrope through life with no balance beam, eyes closed, hoping to find peace along the way. And that's the first piece, you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. You got a little under 2 minutes left. So what you got for us?
Okay, bet. All right. So let me see. The second one that I have for y'all is called "I Don't Cut Anymore, I Write." Okay, so let me wait on it to open up here. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. I've been carrying rape on my back for almost 20 years. I'm only 25. Sometimes it gets to be so heavy that I'm reduced to a crawl. My tears drench the floor, so I never get far at all. People ask me, if it's so heavy, why don't you put it down? Why don't you let it go? They don't know that the straps are carved into my back. Don't know that pieces of me have been stolen with umbilical cords still attached. I didn't grow up in age, more like incidents. I used to be so good at hide and seek that no one would ever find me. The other kids didn't know I had prior experience that made me too overqualified to play. My mother didn't know I had doubts, questions that made me too weary to pray. I never truly believed in a God, but I knew demons existed. Wrapped in a shiny and understanding facade, they were the only ones to ever show themselves. I've been used more than I've been appreciated. My childhood was dug from my womb. My womb has been made into a graveyard with no name for the tomb. Only ghosts live there. I was bleeding long before a period. I was never a child, just a woman stuck in this small, feeble body, anxious to grow older, to be stronger, to be able to say no, to say stop, and for it to work, for them to apologize like grown-ups do, to ask me if I'm okay, to ask if they hurt me. I can't remember how long I've been hurting myself. I only know time and scars. I trace over them sometimes to remember that I'm still here because sometimes I forget. Sometimes I am a shell of a being. Sometimes people talk at me, have no idea no one's home, don't notice that the lights are off. They just see me, my skin, my shell, my small, vacant eyes, which means I have to be here, present for them, always. And that is the second piece.
Woo! That was amazing.
Thank you for sharing your bravery.
That was great.
I'm
that
sorry,
was
say
a
that
great.
again? I said thank you for sharing that bravery. Like that was amazing.
That was amazing. Thank you
Yeah,
so
like
much.
you said, you know, we're family. So you're welcome. I'm sorry.
I just have to make a mention that you know
I'm
my
glad
son doesn't say the word poet. He says poet. So he tells me that he goes to school and they do poetry Fridays. Yeah, he calls it poet. So he's like, "Mommy, I was in school and I told my friend that my mother is a poet and they call her J. Rose."
He's a poet.
Every
That's
time
how I
I
want
hear
to
you say
say
that, but yes, thank you. Make sure you guys follow Poet the Poet.
Yes. We have one more person on for round one, and then we're gonna do a lightning round two. It's been such a majestic evening so far. We appreciate you guys being here with us every other Friday. J Rose, because you already know Leah V in the place to be. And we're gonna keep it moving and grooving as we do, live and on time. All right, we've got our guy, frequent flyer. I hate hamsters coming to the mic right now. And then we're going to get into round two, I believe, kicking it off with Moses. But for right now, let's put our hands together for I hate hamsters.
Hey, what's up, folks?
Hi.
Sound okay?
Yeah, we're good. You hear you?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. Good. All right. It's a different setup. So anytime you just always find new platforms, J Rose. So I'm constantly trying to figure out how to optimize the latest platform you find. Anyway, so this piece, you know, it's kind of you write some of these pieces and you wonder how they'll age. So this was from, I don't know, 4 months ago, and the prompt for it was to write an ode to somebody you absolutely despise. So that's kind of an interesting trick. So this one is the miracles of the powerful President Trump, or past president at this point. Powerfully popular patriot, creative, clever Christian, smoothly special savior. All words applied to America's 45th, but only paired in context with excellence equally deserved, and only for you, Mr. President, specially reserved. You have yourself convinced, like any good narcissist, that you're the only person who has any justification to exist. Envisioning yourself as all-powerful, all-knowing, your fame and popularity ever growing, your unchallenged ability to defy the concepts of common sense and decency never cease to drop my jaw. For instance, the multitude of ways in which you can manage to offend your fellow humans and openly flaunt the law. When casting aside citizens of color, the depths which you sink must require a special approach in the way you think. Adolf and your dad must be so incredibly proud at the brutality you can summon when dispersing a peaceful crowd, not wasting your valuable time on mundane things like supporting your military special ops, because you only have use for them when they can bolster your photo ops. Traveling to states you clearly are not even wanted, meeting only with the police while treating a grieving family like they've been punted, trashing our lands, our people, our allies through a never-ending stream of cleverly crafted lies, admiring dictators and actual thugs so thirsty for their adulation that each time they create another atrocity, you're the first in line to offer your congratulations. Filling your swamp with new breed of game warden, the kind sees no problem with grifting and hoarding. So adept at distancing yourself from the news you call fake by claiming your evangelical religious roots, also fake, and enlisting the ministerial services of Pastor Jakes. Not fake is climate change, causing ever-worsening fires, floods, and cities filled with smoke, but you so smoothly brush those aside with jokes and claims of thriving and creating chaos and panic, using division as a way of life. For example, the obvious division between you and your mail-ordered plagiaristic wife. Much the same way you paid someone to ace your science courses so that you could spend maximum time on your golf courses, which is, of course, why you have no need for those pesky comprehension of pandemics and masks, freeing your panic schedule for leading more critical tasks, like figuring out new ways to suppress the vote, because the last thing you would want is for a rising blue wave to raise all votes. Such a travesty is that, seeing your patriots in their red hats, lost for direction without your dog whistles, telling them which BLM rally to terrorize next with their rifles and semi-auto pistols. No, thanks to your beneficiary royal family and the unimaginable, undeniable magnificence of you, we can be assured that your cult will continue to see only red and keep your knees on our necks until the rest of us turn blue. But surely the final analysis of history will show that it was never actually a cult and that nothing ever actually, for any reason, was ever actually a fault. Instead, you, dear reader, were just the most bigly popular, powerful, patriot, creative, clever Christian, smoothly special savior in the history of ever, like huge, just like your hands.
I hate that man. I hate that man.
That was
How
so
hard was it to
creative.
write a piece like that?
That was a challenge, to say the least, because of course you want to torch them, but then you're like, so I had to put myself in like this, if you're in a professional setting and someone walks up to you that you would just like bring in the room if you had a chance, but they're their boss and you have to be nice to them. So it's like, how would you smile and like try and use your vocabulary and way with words to just completely slam them and insult them, but in a way that was so far above their head, all you hear is rosy crap that, was just blowing smoke right up their butt.
I hear you. Been there. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hate answers. He's a really dope poet. I just featured him on the hotline last week. So
I seen that. How was that?
Very steamy. He's versatile poet over here. So please make sure that you share, that you connect and follow and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you for being
here. All right. We're gonna head into round 2. It's gonna be a lightning round because we would like to be done by 11 o'clock. So please, guys, do one piece. Keep it short and sweet, and
at Leah V.
Not like a Leah V poem, more like a J-Rose poem. We're gonna go right into bringing Moses up to the virtual stage. On deck, we have the great Sigma, and then Hakeem, Blue Flames poet. So Please give it up one more time for Moses. Welcome
Woo!
back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna do my best to get it right this time.
You got this.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I miss that mic so much, you know what I mean? I let my nerves get the best of me. So, you know, hopefully I got control of it and now I can silence out the noise and get this done. So again, we're gonna do this joint that's motivated by not only the Capitol insurrection, but little Miss Amanda Gordon also. So I wrote this joint after the inauguration. Actually, I just wrote it yesterday, to be honest with you. So I just wrote the joint yesterday. So here we go. To experience hatred. In this moment of reflection, I can't help but consider what Malcolm would be thinking, witnessing the Capitol insurrection, when the trumpet master coordinated one of America's greatest disasters, a movement that's been brewing since 1865. Coincidentally, that's the same year that Juneteenth finally arrived. So check it. When the Confederate were defeated, an alternate path was ultimately needed to ensure that destiny was completed. So out came the hoods because the Klan was the Confederates' new plan to make sure that free will for Black folks was banned. You see, Lincoln, he wasn't an abolitionist because when it came to inequality, he was inarticulate. It's why pigmented people are still systemically oppressed. How else can we begin to explain the difference? Why African descendants felt a lot of bitterness when watching the Capitol building insurrected. Because morally, the authorities handled the insurrectionists with humanity. Now, when it comes to African descendants, they lead with brutality, immorality, anything but humanity, which makes the difference equal embarrassment. That's a Black and white America. Hope gets convoluted with disparagement. And without an ethical way to try and manage it, civil unrest is 100% the most appropriate way to handle it. Good trouble. That's what Congressman John Lewis described it. And as long as I'm alive, I'm ready and willing to be a part of it. It's why 29 years, it's why 29 times Dr. King was arrested. And why Miss Parks was able to cause segregation to experience its first hit. To pave the way for Obeezy to be elected the first Black president. And why we will refer to Kamala Harris as Madame Vice President. Check it. I believe that President Biden is the ideal president to endorse unity for a country in need of love without hesitance. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. It's time for divisiveness to be eradicated. And check it, I wouldn't mind if it was completely obliterated. So let's outlaw the act of being subjugated. Just imagine a world where no one knows what it's like to experience hatred.
Woo!
Poet. All right. Yes. See? I knew you could kill it.
You said you wanted to hear that, right?
Yes.
That was amazing.
That's what's up.
There
I got
was
it
so
out. I'm
much,
glad I got
so
it out.
much to unpack there. So much to unpack there. Truly, there was so many. That was great. That was wonderful. Thank you.
It was a lot of history that I put into that. So, you know, I wanted folks to really understand where we are juxtaposed on where we came from, which for me, it's not that far. It's not that much, but it's such a long time, 1865, and here we are in 2021, yo. The Klan was started in 1865. And here we are in 2021. They got their hoods off now. 45 helped them to take their hoods off and show their faces. All up in the Capitol building, taking selfies and stuff. So
Wild times we're living in, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's facts. Well, thank you
Embarrassing.
so much for sharing that piece, for coming back for the round 2. Guys, please make sure that you follow and connect with Moses. He's not just a poet, he also is an amazing photographer. So definitely connect with him. Let's move on to the next performer because we want to keep it going. Who do we have?
Going and flowing and growing. We're gonna keep it going and flowing and growing and moving and grooving, popping, non-stopping. We gotta get it going. So, without further ado, thank you, Moses, for blessing the Miggity mic. We've got Rebel Poet on deck. We're coming to the mic right now. Let's put our virtual and our real hands together for the one and only, the Great Sigma.
Oh, it's magic.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna do a little bit of magic. This is one of the first effects I learned. This is one of the first card tricks I learned from Scarny on cards. So I'm gonna move this so you can see what's going on. Except maybe not my trash can in the background. Yay! Out of the way. There we go. All right. I've always had a fondness for these kind of tricks. I'm gonna need my 4 favorite cards. I'm gonna use the 4 aces, and we're just gonna use a few cards. Now, if you were a card sharp, not a magician, but a card cheat, someone who's gonna cheat at poker, you can't stack the deck by just putting the aces on top. You have to do a little bit of finagling. So let me explain. I'm gonna let's say if we're in a 4-person poker game, you need to space the cards out. So I'm gonna deal cards on top of each ace. So there's 1, 2, 3 there. There's 3 there. There's 3 there. 1, 2, and 3 there. So I don't need the rest of these. If you're playing 5-card draw, if you had 4 aces, the 5th card doesn't matter. So I'm going to do this with these sets of 4 cards, and each there's an ace on the bottom of each pile. So there's a spades, clubs, diamonds, hearts. And what this means is if I were to deal out the cards like this, if I were to deal 1, 2, 3, and then 4, every 4th card I deal here, that's going to be an ace. So I invite you all to just kind of keep track with me. So if you want to count, there's 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace. So we've got now we've dealt a hand. If you were the dealer, you'd be here, and so you'd have yourself your 4 aces, and everyone else at the poker table would have whatever hand they might have. But occasionally, you might not, as a dealer, you might not want to win every time. Sometimes you might want to have a Confederate win. So I'm going to have J. Rose or one of you guys want to help me out, and we're going to pick just for reference. Here's the ace pile here, and I've got these 3 piles here. Would you select 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2.
2. All right. Actually, we need to pick 2. So we got 2. Let me put that one over here. And do we want from the remaining ones 1 or 3?
1.
1. All right. So we've got 1. There we go. And I'm gonna get rid of the other 2. And we've settled on 1. And what I want to do is, if you were my Confederate, you don't want a garbage hand. You want a winning hand. So if I take the ace here and switch it for your high card there, we will see that now the aces.
What the?
Oh.
Come on!
Every time he gets me,
son. Son. Son.
What is
Son,
about
that
that?
was nice, yo. That was nice.
Always.
Yo, that was sick.
Thanks.
Oh, how you do that, kid?
Yes, so the Great Sigma is not only a very talented poet, he's a very talented magician. Let's put our hands together for the Great Sigma.
Good job, yo. Good job.
So good. I love magic tricks.
Oh my God, it's so good. Every time he gets me.
Always.
Good one. That was a good one.
Thank you, Balin. All right.
Witchcraft, sorcery. Houseway.
Every time.
I love it.
It's always great too, because you never know which Sigma you're gonna get, right? So like you never know like what type of like attire he's gonna be wearing. You don't know if he's gonna do poetry first. Like every week is a surprise.
Seriously. Love
A man of many hats, outfits, and personalities.
Good job. Nice.
Yes. Let's keep it moving and grooving though. We're having a great evening so far. We're in the middle of lightning round 2. We've got our guy Blue Flames the Poet on deck. We're coming back to bless the mic for the second time this evening. Let's put our hands together for Rebel Poet. Woo!
Yeah, let's get it.
So like many of you all, I was awakened to mandatory sabbatical. Guaranteed obituary virus came like ships, colonizing security, invasion. In Spanish, corona means crown. Like Charles I of Spain, this is not a game. Slowly going insane, state of emergency, never ending. Coño, man. Didn't they know this would happen before it happened? It was all apocalypse until the numbers came out. Black and brown bodies disproportionately affected. Que cojones? I say weaponized prayer got us all on our knees. Where is this heading? Where have we been? Bush era warrantless wiretaps is 9/11 Patriot fear. Is pandemic, isolation, no solutions, national shutdown, quarantine, mandatory vaccines, perhaps. Un cabrón que no sabe un carajo, que se vaya pa'l carajo. Death toll rising, people showing their ass out here, no tengo trabajo. Rent been past due to eat, I'ma do what I got to. Don't sleep. How? We supposed to survive the wreckage, navigate naysayers. I get it. We can't forget that our rights have been sacrificed for perceived security. They cannot keep us safe, and we know it. The virus came like crusades, propagating fear across the globe. Indigenous still at the bottom of America's totem pole. Wealth placed above human souls. Columbus mentality is control. What have you done in this sabbatical? How have you grown? In the eye of the storm, there is no new norm. It is what it's always been, us against them. First, look within. We've been here before. In Spanish, corona means wreath for the dead. In this mandatory sabbatical, guaranteed obituary if we sleep now. Who will be crowned next? Thank you, mi gente.
Yo, my God.
Yo, that was incredibly sick.
Hit us with
Very
bilingual
talented. I like the bilingual approach to it. Bacarajo, all that. That was nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was up. Yo, I like that. Nice. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. When I don't see poets for a long time, and then like y'all, I do see y'all, be like, damn, I really miss like being in a room with you guys.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
I just want to
It's
say
not just the mic that you miss. It's the community and the connections, the relevance, all of it.
Absolutely, yes. This is truly needed.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. We're gonna keep going down the list. We only have a few more performers, and then we're gonna say goodnight. Leah V and I are gonna wrap up the night with pieces ourselves. So please stick around so you guys can show some love.
Without a doubt.
We have Blue Flames, the poet, coming up next, and Brandon Basile, who will be wrapping up our round 2 before Leah V and I go. So please give a warm welcome back to Blue Flames, the poet. Welcome back to the... Woo!
All right, y'all. Well, I actually want to try to knock out 3 short pieces that I was planning on doing. So here goes nothing.
I'll give you 2 because we got 18 minutes for the show. So pick the best 2 that you can.
Oh, I already got it. I got you.
Okay, I heard you.
I got you. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. That's what I'll always say. Keep it positive. Keep it positive. Promises that are broken gets replaced. Keep it positive. No passive aggressive. No malice or animosity. Because the problem is, with every action comes the righteous moves and bad habits. Keep it positive. While that's been overstated, it's been underutilized by individuals who could do better but haven't considered any better options. Keep it positive. Even though there are others that's been on the deep end, the redemption arc has to be earned going through the steps. Keep it positive. To set an example for the world is to accept responsibility for mistakes. For every improvement made, that shows great character. Keep it positive, keep it real, keep it 100. Having the same argument, but usually split into 2 sides. I'd only expect more resolutions to understand spawned from 2 opposing minds.
Yo, you be like, them last lines. I swear.
But I'm ready to hit you with another one. Here we go. Let's hit y'all with another. Music will always be a part of me. I don't need the stethoscope to listen to the metronome of my heart to keep the rhythm of my own beat. So the more that I count, the more that I kept building, stacking up on the very layers that makes my entire being. Every note expresses my passion as I'm thinking in the soft keys. I'm walking in the subtle strings. I'm jogging in the pickup winds. Therefore, I've been running in the rising orchestral sweep as I'm wired to write symphonies within the harmonies of words written on every page from my many chapter flips, keeping the core. The journey to the center of the trail that I'm currently blazing, that the action doesn't happen till that very built-up constructed destruction. Before I fizzle out too early, I'll be burning these questions to answer my late resurgence.
Listen.
Amazing as always, Blue Flames. Amazing as always. We
Nice.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Much love, y'all. Thank you. Thank you again.
All right, we're gonna have Brandon Basile and finish up our round 2 before Jay Rose and I set it off, or not set it off, but the opposite of whatever set it off is. So we'll
set it on.
My brother set it off. Well, my brother said shut it down before Jay and I shut it down. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna have Brandon and I Hate Hamster just jumped back in, so we're gonna add him to the after Brandon.
Absolutely.
And then we'll wrap up.
Let's give it up for Brandon Basile. Woo!
Hey, unmute yourself.
Yeah, oh, damn it. Hey, hey, baby, how you all doing? I'm here. I figured I'd swing on through after work. I shouts to my homie, the Rebel Poet. Man, dude dropped knowledge and gave us some linguistics at the end. I say somebody throw condoms at him. Okay, so I got this poem. Since we talk about bashing Trump and shit, check. This is John. I wrote this as a friend of mine. Is a Hispanic brother. I can't exactly. I don't think he. I think it's from Latin America, not one of the islands though. He had a song. It was an album release for a song he had called "Illegal." The name of the song was called "Illegal." It was real deep groove about like some Santana type shit. Dude said he wrote the song when he was 16, but I know he was older than me, 40 something. The poem, and so I wrote this for the track and performed it as album release. Bam. So and illegal. Don't talk to me about legalities when you got tendencies to create laws as you see fit, never mattering about the lives of the masses. My refund went to school loans, paying for the classes. You spewing hatred and criticism, but don't even pay taxes. Lady Liberty needs glasses. Thought we were all American dreaming, but you hate on us for our music. Damn Dixieland, Insomniac, colored lullabies get you screaming. Thought you was an army cat. Duck bullets next to brothers Peter, Paul, and Paco. Defender of the platoon and the Park Place. The village and the grotto. 21 gun salute, or was it simplified? You swore for this. Swam seas to build a bridge. Pledged your blood on the gun and sword for this. What's illegal is how you laugh at audacity with God. Third win. What's illegal is how you laugh at audacity to threaten people's freedom to live, how you take lightly the bond between father and kid. What's illegal is how you think to take my brother when my family was all we were left with. What's illegal is how you colonize body to enslave the spirit, how you be enraged because we thought equality was to stand by definition, not only for the one doing the oppression isms. You use holy book to justify enslavement, indecent from intent, then wondering why we questioning it. Peace. And I'm out. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing, Brandon. Always coming through with
some
gems and
got it.
Your
it.
Personality. I love it.
Oh yeah. I got swing. Got some more. And we got some more. There's third win, guys. I've been rapping and singing all day.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing some of your work with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, so we're gonna go on to I Hate Hamsters, and then I don't know, Leah V and I will decide which one of us go first.
Yeah. We'll see if I got time.
We'll give it up. We'll put your hands together and please welcome back to the virtual stage I Hate Hamsters.
Woo!
All right, so lightning round. I got one piece of 90 seconds and then a quick hit that's 20 seconds.
Let's
go.
go.
The first one. Monuments versus moments. Moments need sustained momentum to truly become movements, the kind of movements to which people erect monuments because something monumental actually took place, which was a result of the majority making the most of the moment to manifest truly major effects. But so often the momentum never materializes because most folks have mediocre attention spans at best and would rather make a few meaningless posts or posters versus actually posting up in the corner to join the protesters who are willing to put their personal protection on pause because they are so passionate about pushing for the kind of progressive programs that will someday provide safety and equality for their progeny. How many of you now have half-assed, meaningless timelines which somehow seem to no longer have any hope, heat, or anything worth hearing, and instead just contain the latest meme about WAP? What if WAP stood instead for we are the people, we are passionate, we ask for progress, we ain't powerless, we are proud, we are always pushing? Would anyone pay attention to those memes instead? Where's the world's wretched indignation this week? We seem to just be getting weaker while the white supremacist havoc wreakers continue to blast through the president's rally speakers. Rallies made up of racist redneck Republicans reciting repressive and regressive regurgitation about how to roll back voting rights and truly suppress this nation. Meanwhile, most would still meander through their many pages of memes, escaping into their social media dreams, because surely it's safer there than stepping forward to stand up to a real-life nightmare. And so the shit, sorry, cynical sucker, and society disregards how many new ones get beat this week, because we would rather just scroll through and decide on our next order from Uber Eats. Moments need sustained momentum to truly become movements, the kind of movements to which we erect monuments. So I ask you, which monumental movements will you commit to making this week to come to the defense of those who are too weak to make the movements for themselves? And then on a different vibe, but 20 seconds, here you go. Pee in the bed, and worse yet, right on my head? Oh, hell to the no. That's a hard no-go. That should not ever have to be an agreed upon rule, because I will never be a peed upon fool. Or if you mistakenly take me for a swimming pool, then I will most assuredly take you to that pool, the one of hard knocks, which will include your downfall, right onto the hard floor, mattress sheets, you and all.
Talk about monumental with a
that 90-second joint, you was killing it.
I love alliteration in the first piece, though. That wordplay was great. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was sick.
That was fun.
Variety.
I want to do something sexy for y'all. Y'all want to hear sexy?
Yeah, let's hear
do
it.
what you do, J Rose. Do what you do. Come on, man.
Hey, before you get started on that sexy joint,
you know what we
don't
here
you
for.
have a sexy open mic that you do?
Yeah, I do. It's called the Hotline.
When is that doing?
It's
Well, I can wait till you finish. I can wait till you finish.
Every first Sunday. Listen, I'll take the plug. It's every first Sunday. You know, register, link in the bio. You already know it's an erotic virtual open mic. We actually do it on Zoom. We don't stream it live anywhere. It's more like private and intimate. So definitely pull up. I Hate Hamsters was our feature this month. So definitely pull up. And I don't post a replay anywhere. You might get highlights here and there, but you gotta be there to like really experience it.
That's what's up. I got you.
A piece that I've done, I think I've done a few times, but it's still kind of new for me. It's titled
kind of new shit.
It's kind of new shit. It's titled Tell Me King, and I hope that y'all fucks with it. Okay. I have a question for you, King. Do you ever fantasize about sipping from the fountain of a goddess, where her waters grant eternal youth and the streams that flow through carry petals of the wildest roses? Do you ever fantasize of tasting the skin of a queen, curve of neck, feeling heartbeats against tongue, the warmth of boiling blood emanating pheromones that are said to drive gods mad? If not this, then what? I will be the muse of your every desire, the flame to your wildflower. Just speak what you require. Tell me, King, what Do you fantasize about when you're staring down at my teary hazel eyes as I take you in, drenched in your stare and dying to dive in for a swim? Tell me, King, do you fantasize about reaching so deep into my fortress of solitude that I'll never feel alone again? Leaving traces of your energy within pulsating walls to join the rhythm of my vibrations. Can you feel me, King? Do you see me, King? Tell me. Do you fantasize about reading between the lines of my lips like a good book by the fireside? Or would you rather take your time kissing goosebumps as they rise like braille across your lips? Learning the scriptures of my lust and praising the flowing waters of my paradise. Can you feel me, King? Do you see me, King? Please, do tell me. Do you fantasize about your face being embraced by thighs of silk, buried in an oasis of savagery, giving your last breath so that I can drip life back into you? Drink from me with purpose, my king, and my cup will forever runneth over for you. But right now, I have a question. King, what do you fantasize about? That's my piece.
Woo! It's hot in here again.
That piece hits harder the second time around because I did peep an open mic that you did on Instagram, and you did that one. I had to gather my thoughts for this because now I have to say you really let your name live up to the Oasis aspect of how you described yourself. You absolutely did.
I'm a savage.
Thank
you.
I like
That
that.
was great. Always one of my favorites. Always one of my favorites.
Thank you. I appreciate the love, guys. Y'all the best. Listen, get yourself some friends like I got, okay? If they don't hype you up like this, throw them away. Right?
Throw the whole gang away.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for sharing. I know Leah V got a piece for us before we say good night for the rest of the night. So please, please, please put your hands together and welcome my girl, my partner in creative crimes, Leah V. Woo!
You guys are never gonna stop hearing this applause, Andres. This applause machine again. So I'm gonna try to do something short. This is an old familiar fan favorite I have called Medicate. And I wrote it a few years back, and it's about like why I smoke weed. So I'm gonna do it up.
That's what's up. That's what's
All right.
Let's get.
So this is Medicaid. Sylvia said she's exploring her subconscious self-repression. Well, my repression involves the suppression of smoke, simple squanderings around embers, emitted, dismembered Dutches, disheveled and pebbled with memories of September's come past. I allow my inhaled escape to emulate exposed egos, attempt to cover and cower behind clouds of calling vapors. You, my neighbors, will you escape beside me? Will you ignore the ignorance even after it pierces your privacy, even after it pierces your private party and the pieces of you place precariously in your pockets? And will you addict yourself, as I have, in hopes that we can hover above these men who hate you, who threaten to hallucinate you with their hands, ready to sedate you, snatch you, and taste you? Oh, it's an irrational fear, but the statistics say otherwise. But Mary unifies. And as the sun rises and I raise myself off comfortable covers, my very first thought is always, how soon can I ignite? How soon before I can insert my fake sense of security into my service fee taking mouth? How many mammoth moving minutes until my green piece can move my mental capacity into other dimensions? Is it deception? It is. I know, and yet still I fold tobacco cloves as I pose beside smoke, and I choke and I toke and I break my composure, engage in overexposure, wearing these blood-colored eyes, reading, this is a full disclosure.
What?
But Mary
Mary balances boulders. She breaks brain boundaries and she massages your shoulders as earth shakes and shatters with shit-talking government soldiers who pose next to murderers in suits, diluting the truth, trading our tragedies for power-pelling polling booths, completely obtuse, corrupt, and obtrusive, policing our youth while already grasping that noose. And because of this...
Oh, she froze. Am I going crazy here?
Nah, you not. Dang,
she froze.
Leah!
Damn, son.
You're
Man,
weak. I love this.
It was getting good again.
Look, I feel used now.
What?
I feel used. I ain't get off.
You really shut it down.
Yes!
You really shut
Yo.
So that's the remix. Damn.
Oh my goodness.
At least
Yo, that
There's
was all
literally there were 2 lines left.
So run it back, run it back like 4 lines. Let's go.
This Wi-Fi won't let me be great out here.
Oh,
where's technical Tim? Where's technical Tim when you need him? Okay.
He's in the comments. He's in the comments.
Okay, so we was talking about the government.
Run it from the top. Run it from the top.
I like that.
No. It's too long for all that.
I could go for it.
Let's see. It's governments fold tobacco clothes, but still is it deception? It is, yet still I fold tobacco cloves as I pose beside smoke, and I choke and I toke and I break my composure, engage in overexposure, wearing these blood-colored eyes, reading this is a full disclosure. The Mary balances boulders. She breaks these brain boundaries and she massages your shoulders as earth shakes and shatters with shit-talking government soldiers who pose next to murderers in suits, diluting the truth, trading our tragedies for power-peddling polling booths, completely obtuse, corrupt, and obtrusive, policing our youth while already grasping that noose. And because of these unfortunate truths, I make the choice to choose. If we cannot be physically free, as we ache against this concrete, then allow me a calm heartbeat, a piece of the sweetest leaf, temporary release, my fleeting inner peace. Allow me to elevate so that I can de-escalate, so that as I deflate, brutal reality might briefly escape. Thanks, y'all. That was Medicaid.
Don't care no matter the internet interruption, it's still hit.
Can I just acknowledge that, like, I Hate Hamsters is like watching us on like a big screen, like projector.
Facts. Yes.
He's lifting it up right now.
Yo, I was peeping that. I was like, yo, I like his feed.
We going this section?
Right here with me as always.
I like that.
Listen, that's my guy right there. Thank you, Leo B, for that dope piece. I really love that piece, and you haven't done that piece in a while, so I'm glad you did that one.
I know my brother actually. Shout out to him.
Thank you for the recommendation, bro. Broski. Well, it's 11:04, so you know we made it to the end of Virtual Voices. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yes, the replay will be on Facebook and YouTube, so like go back and watch it, share it with people, let them know that you were on Virtual Voices tonight.
Yeah, I know I gotta go back on some of this because I know I missed a couple.
Yeah, you missed
the video.
I know I missed some good ones.
Hey, Gabriel, are you gonna edit out my mistakes?
No, man.
No, it's left in there. Hello, mine too, man.
I mean, when we do the highlights will be like all the polished performances, but
That's
but yes, listen, guys, I do have always a lot to plug in, but like we have our Writers Unblocked journal that is ready for pre-orders. So if you're interested in pre-ordering your copy of the journal, please hit us up, either myself or Leah V. And I have the J Rose Experience season 3 that is premiering on February 2nd. So please make sure you tune in.
So exciting. Please watch it. Jay's really been killing it with this
I
series.
know I've been traveling to different cities to interview poets. So this particular season we were in Philadelphia. So I'm gonna be bringing some Philly poets to you guys, even some visual artists, and an actress was on the show. So yeah, definitely tune into that. We'll be releasing the first episode on the 2nd. And of course, I have other shows, I have other projects. I'm doing a lot. So follow. Let's connect. I cannot follow anybody back or like or comment or engage for a week. I'm in Instagram jail. So please.
Hashtag free J Rose.
Yes, tell Instagram free J Rose. Yo, what the hell? Got me fucked up in the game. Anyway. Thank you guys. Thank you, Leah. I love you for being my partner in this. Like I could not ask for a better person to work with. So I adore you. I don't know if you want to say anything to the audience, the people.
Well, she about sums it up. Thank you guys for being here. We're here every other week. You make sure you follow us. We're always posting about it. We're always improving the game. We're always trying to make level up and make this even more interactive, even more fun for you. So just stay tuned, keep posted, follow one another, keep growing. We all we got, and have a great night and a great weekend. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Good night, guys.
Shout out to Leah V's shirt.
Next time.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Peace out.
Love.